Perfect. 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 Perfect.
What's going on, good people? It's your boy Gaming Dad. Welcome back. Your boy's back. Basketball is done for your son. We lost in the first round, man, by 2 points, man. But I'm extremely proud of the guys, man. This was probably my worst year of coaching, period. I dealt with middle school, it was great last year. But this year, man, I dealt with so many emotions and so many different attitudes. Kids was going through some stuff, man. I was just like, oh, this light is a little bright. Let's see if I can turn this down some. Got them. Uh-oh. Don't want to do that. Look, oh, ooh, ooh. No, don't want to do that. Night bright, night bright. Let's see. I want to. I'll figure it out later, but I'm trying to just cut it down just a tad. I was bright on my forehead. All right. That's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Without just completely turning myself all the way off. But yeah, man, I did a lot with basketball this year, man. A lot more than I was anticipating to have this year. But next year, man, we should have a dynamic team, man. A lot of my kids is coming back. I got this sixth grader, man. Boy, man, he a sixth grader right now, but that joker, man, he is the truth. Golly, he's good, good. I just got to work on his defense. Defense got to get a tad bit better. That kid gonna be absolutely awesome sauce. But I know you can come to hear about basketball, man. Matter of fact, let me get this out of the way right now, man. When you a Lions fan, man, you know what? I was watching that game last night, and you know what? I made the fail mistake of getting my hopes up just a tad bit. The first half was like all Lions. And they said, you know what? We're not going to play no more. Second half, man, it was absolutely terrible. But you know what? Two things, man. I always said, like, we gave them that game. I don't know for what reason, but we gave them that game. We had an interception that should have been caught. We had a touchdown that should have been caught in the second half by James Winston. Then we had two extra points. No, excuse me, two field goals that should have been kicked instead of going for it on fourth down. We do it. Listen, matter of fact, if we just do the field goal things, we win. We're talking about the Lions right now. But that's the reason why, man, you just can't get yourself so invested into sports, man. Especially, you know, when gambling is involved, man. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. But you know what, man, what do you do? You know what, every time, listen, they have to do something better about this. Let's see if I can fix it. All right, there we go. But, man, every time I try my best to get my stuff set up right, man, you know what, it always acts up. All right, let's see, maybe this way it work. All right, let me see if I can open this up just a tad bit. All right. I'll leave this area down here for my comments. But your boy Gaming Dad is back, man. No more basketball. I should be back to regular scheduled report time. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and announce right now that your boy will be streaming Sony State of Play, which is Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. That's right. Your boy is going to be back again this week. Sony State of Play. I think it's going to be pretty good. If the rumors are true. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Geeky say, yeah, it's streaming tonight. Yes, ma'am. CMG said, what's going on, Gaming Dad and Geeky? He said, no high school games today for now. Right. Yeah, we got a high school game tomorrow. This is, that's right, let's go Nintendo. Yeah, man, listen, Nintendo, buddy. I like the hype train, but then I don't like the hype train. I like the hype train because I know eventually it's coming. We just don't know exactly what's coming and what we get. You know, that's the part of it I don't like. I like the period when they announced the Switch and they showed that initial commercial. I love that period from there until the actual reveal in January. That was a great little period. I was like, all right, bet. You know what? You have something to look forward to. You kind of knew. You can kind of speculate. You saw the games. You know what? You watched that trailer about, I don't know how many times I watched that trailer, man. I probably watched that trailer a good 30 times. Easy. I watched that bad boy 30 times. Because, you know what, man? I was like, golly, man. I wanted that bad boy today. Let me see if I can readjust myself a little bit. I'm all off center. Oh, let me see if I turn. It'd be just my luck. I move it and then it all collapse. Because it ain't. All right, let's see. All right, that's better. Because before I couldn't even see. I could barely see my head. My head was getting cut off. Cool breezy in the chat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep going now. What's going on, Quay? Quay 311 in the building. Cool breezy is taking it easy for Sheezy. All right, Quay said with the pork chop sandwiches. Man, listen, pork. I ain't gonna lie, we used to eat fried pork chop sandwiches, boy. Them bad boys used to be delicious when I was a kid, boy. And the bad part about it, I ate it on jelly bread. I haven't had a pork chop sandwich, man, probably since I was a kid. No, I'll tell you, I had one probably about 10 years ago. Cool Breezy says, let's go, baby. Listen, man, Cool Breezy, are you picking up a Switch 2? Because I know you've been team Steam Deck for a minute. So I got a couple things to announce, too. I got a couple things that your boy is going to be talking about. Your boy pre-ordered a headset. The bad part about me and my son pre-ordered the Vision Go. What am I doing? We did. We went ahead and pre-ordered one. My son, it was my son's fault. He kept hyping me up like, Daddy, I'm getting one. Daddy, I tried it out. I said, oh no. He said it's absolutely phenomenal. He said everything all the sweet sauce they talked about in the video doesn't do it justice. I said, oh, no. CMG says Nintendo's news is slowly heating up. Yep, it's little. When Bloomberg started releasing articles and talking about when supply chain, that information gets out, then you know it's about time. I was like, man, I'm still off center. I need to be on center. Nope. All right, what? All right, that's it. I'm still off center because I went back. God almighty. All right, there we go. I'm on center. All right, good. This is my comfortable spot. I got my elbows up. If I need to turn, I'll turn. But listen, Grid Attack is funny, boy. Listen, no, I'm not holding it down. Listen, it's gonna come, man. Give me a minute. I had some things fall through the cracks. Let's see. Geeky, do you get those new Joy-Cons? I can't wait for that video, Joy. They're probably glorious. No Twitch stream. Oh, you know what? No, it should have. Oh, man, listen. Every time, man, my little software updates. If it's no Twitch stream, man, then I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Cause I set it up for everything to go, and it should have just uploaded. But I'm on Twitter. I know I'm on Twitter. It is what it is. I didn't even know that. Well, that's all right. I guess it'll be one entry tonight, buddy. One entry tonight. Let's see. Kiki says, my mom makes the best fried pork chop sandwich. Ooh, pork chop sandwiches are delicious, man. Captain C. What's going on, Captain C? Let me get you on the board. All right, Captain C on the board. Gorilla Tactics in the building says Gaming Dad is holding my Just Dance stream hostage like it's an eShop card. Man, it's coming, man. It's coming. Hold tight, man. Hold tight. Quay said Bloomberg announced Switch Pro 2, but nothing came out of it. That's true. Listen, you are facts on that comment. Cool them jets. So this is my question, Quay. So are you team no Nintendo Switch this year? Listen. When the supply chain, when that information started coming out, that's how the Switch was. The supply chains, even the Switch Lite, when them supply chains started talking, when that information, because Nintendo can't really control or hold that information. When that information started coming out, now you guys start looking like, okay, Now, do I believe everything that's in it? You know, you really can't believe everything is in it until it's released. But an 8-inch screen, I looked at my Lenovo Go. I forget how many inches that. I think it's 8 inches. I mean, that 8-inch screen is a lot of real estate. It's going to be interesting to see how that go. It's going to be interesting to see, like, hey, you know what? In about 2 years, we'll get a Nintendo Switch Mini with an LCD screen. So really in about, you think it'd be 4 years before we get an OLED Switch too? That'd be crazy. All right, Gorilla Tactic. Listen, Gorilla Tactic, I put you on the board anyway, just for old time's sake. But now that you're here officially, we good. Let's see. Boom, boom. Delete that. Delete that. All right, good people. We got 8 people on the wheel tonight so far. It says now LCD is cool again. You know what? The LCD on isn't the Lenovo Go LCD? Because that LCD screen is pretty dope. And the LCD screen on the Lenovo Go is, you know, is pretty good too. So, I mean, I'm not tripping about an LCD screen at all because, you know, we all played the Switch when it had this regular LCD screen. It was just such a dramatic jump when OLED. Switch / Captain America meme. I could do this all decade. Ah, man, too funny, too funny. Let's see, but yeah, man, listen. So it's definitely a lot of news to cover tonight. A lot of news. It's the Sony State of Play, the possibility of, you know, Nintendo flooding the market with Switch 2s to, you know, stop scalpers, which I think is a smart thing. I think it's going to sell out regardless. That should have been the question tonight. The question tonight should have been, hey, you know what? Will the Switch 2 sell out? And I still think even they flood the market with 10 million units, it's still going to sell out. It's just going to be, it might take them a little bit of time to sell out. But think about, so many people that were regular Switches that was looking to upgrade. I think I'm still with the I still believe that the Switch needs to, if it provides some killer apps at launch, that bad boy's gonna sell out. I don't care if you had 20 million. If it got a stellar a hit, if they come out with they don't need much. If they release it in October, I don't think they just need really 2 major league games. If they do Metroid Prime 4 and they do a Mario, it's gonna sell. So the question of the night was like, how many Nintendo Switch systems will be sold in 2024? Strictly this year. That means including the holidays and whenever they launch. 2 to 5 million is at 20%. I'm in the 5 to 10 million range at 50%. I think that's the a safe. I got to see if they're able to produce that many this year. According to that, you know, some of the stuff that's been leaked in that Bloomberg article is that, you know, they're planning to have like, well, I think what was it, 26 million? That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. 15 million plus is at 9%, 8% now. 10 to 15 million is at 17%. So, you know, so far, 5 to 10 million is saying right now. That's like that's going to be, like it could be the answer. Grid Attack says Royal Alley 2 is supposed to be coming out. Yeah, I saw that article too. COG is about to sell that Legion Go in a few months. Yeah. Oh man, listen, that's crazy. Yep, I sold my Royal Alley too. I sold it. It's out of my hands now. Don't forget, good people listening, get the opportunities, hit the like button for your boy. He says, what's going on, everybody? D1 in the building. What's going on, D1, man? D1 on the board. 112. I'm just going to call you 112. What's going on, 112 in the building? He's saying hello to everyone in the chat. What's going on, man? Listen, by you chiming in tonight, man, listen, you get yourself on the board. We get out a free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night, and I'm just put 112. And you'll be on the wheel. I'll show you what the wheel look like in a minute. Cool Breezy answers my question. He says, not planning on getting the Switch 2. Possibly if great games are announced, but I don't think I will. Can play almost everything better on the Steam Deck. Almighty. Yeah, that's going to be the tell of the tape. If they come out with a couple, they don't need them much. They just need first party. They need just a couple titles, and they need some third party support. And I think that bad boy will be all right. The question is, once he said, did Nintendo announce the Switch 2? No, they did not. No, they did not. There's been a lot of backstory, major publications announcing certain things that kind of lead up to that Switch 2. Well, I think we all kind of believe it's going to happen this year. When this year, we still don't know. It's a good chance that it'll probably get announced. I'm probably aiming for March as well. That, to me, that's logical. If you look at Nintendo's history and look at a lot of, they give it about a 6 months ride up until its launch. They announced the Switch 1, I think it was October or November. I think it was October. And it released in March. They gave it about a 5-month run up. And so leading up to that announcement, where we're at right now, I think the announcement probably will be in March. I think they will just drag that on. I think February we'll get a direct, and it won't be centered on Switch 2. We'll get a direct that's going to probably announce some things for Switch 1, and then they'll keep pushing it. March, they'll go ahead and lay it out the line because that's right at the end of their fiscal year, the beginning of the new fiscal year, and then we'll ride that wave all the way until it launch. I bet you in E3's presentation will probably be a blowout. I hate to call it E3 because E3 is no more, but it'll probably be some big extravaganza in June, and then we'll push it from there, man. And then you know what? I think about October. I think October is a legit time to launch that system. You get that first initial wave will be people like us who gonna upgrade. What the majority of us is gonna upgrade day one, and then eventually, you know, you'll have your holiday push. And you'll sell some more. And then the beginning of 2025, that bad boy going to be hard to find. CLG said a whole lot. GT says, I'm in zero range because there will be no Switch 2 this year. Woo-wee. You want to bet on that? I'll bet you on. That's one I'll bet you on. I would definitely bet you on that. You got to look at the sale. Matter of fact, you know what? The sales charts in Japan this past week, and I hope I can pull them up. The sales charts in Japan this past week, man. Nintendo wasn't number one either in games nor in systems. So I'm telling you, that has been that. If one common factor between every launch of every system is a decline in sales, them stockholders is not gonna be playing around with Nintendo not making money. D1 says 15 mil maybe, but it's Nintendo. So I get you. I think if they are able to produce 15 million this year, I think they'll sell them. I think if they really, I'm telling you, all it takes is one. We looked at, think about it like this here. Look at when Breath of the Wild came out, we was all like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to play that in handheld mode. And that whoever did that initial trailer, that hype train was just built. So if they are able to market this thing well. Like that initial trailer it's gotta punch above its weight. Like people are gonna want to play the system regardless, but if that trailer punches above its weight and show you like, hey, these are the games that you're gonna be playing on this handheld, it be on and popping, son. Popping. He said, "Oh, girl, the tax is back in the building. Happy New Year." Even though you might come right back to me with the Legion Go. She said, "I'm not selling my Legion Go. No need. I have what I need now." So that's a major statement, Cool Breeze. Yeah, you know what that is. That is to say, hey, you know what, man, I'm gonna skip out on the Switch too. Listen. I don't know. I believe it when I see it. Yeah. Just remember that L2 and Switch 2 are announced. Oh, listen, I tell you, CMG gonna get a Switch 2. He is definitely picking up a Switch 2. Don't forget, give people, if you get a chance, man, to jump out the stream real quick, man, hit the like button for your boy. I kindly would definitely appreciate it. Definitely would need that today. This is Son of Nicotille says, is the Sony State of Play its version of Nintendo Direct? Yes, pretty much. Everybody bites off of Nintendo initial starts, from everything. Did the leak mention any specs? No. It's been rumored that they're gonna use NVIDIA's I think it's T39 chips like that. And so and rumor has it if it's gonna fluctuate. Some rumor has it that it'll be as powerful as a PS4, but they also gonna use upscaling technology like DLSS and FSR. And then it's also, Nintendo has applied for a patent to be able to create their own upscaling technology. And so I would definitely, if you don't know nothing about DLSS and FSR, you should definitely, I would type that in and watch some videos on it. The technology is really good. They can take an image that's, so they can make a game to say, for instance, like a 720p game and turn that bad boy into a 4K game. So it's going to be interesting to see what these games play like, what Nintendo has in store. Like, hey, will Nintendo use some form of fast SSD, or would they go a different direction? I don't know. It's one of them things like it's so much mystery that we really don't know until we know. But it's gonna be these next 6 months are gonna be interesting, especially when it comes to the news front, because we're gonna hear a lot. It's different between the old and versus the new. I think you think about like this here, if you go back and look at your PS4 and look at the games that were played on the PS4 and say, imagine those games being able to be played portable at a high fidelity. To say, we can get those games and they're always running at 60 frames per second. I think the majority of Nintendo players will be happy. So it's one of those things. To be honest, like I'm kind of on Cool Breeze's side right now because like the Steam Deck, man, especially that Steam Deck OLED, is super nice, man. It is super nice. So I don't hate on the Steam Deck at all because I think it's a great system. But am I ready for Switch 2? I'm ready to see what Nintendo does, man, because they always surprises me. Even with the Wii U. The Wii U to me was still a nice system. It just didn't have enough to push it over that next hump. It needed more than what it was offering. But I still thought the Wii U was a good system. D1 says, to be honest, if the Switch 2 is only an upgrade, I'll pass. If it's new hardware, maybe, but it depends on the specs. Nintendo will keep it for another decade, and we'll have another Steam Deck before Nintendo's halfway. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Listen, I ended this thing. Hold on, let me squeeze this down. All right. Yeah. Listen, I agree. Um, but I don't think it's just gonna be a hard. I don't think it's just gonna be an upgrade. The Gorilla Tactics put a couple weeks ago. He sent me a message, and it was a good. It was something that you kind of would think about. Like, you know what? Like, if this just like if it's just like a pro uptick, I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm probably gonna pick it up, but I don't know if I'll be as excited. It would to me it can be that it would have to show me that it can run games like this. Cause the specs are important, but to me at the end of the day, I mean, the Tegra T1 specs is pretty darn low, but they have some games on that bad boy that punch well above its weight. So, to me, I have to see these games in action before I put a verdict down on Nintendo. They have not yet disappointed me. Even with the Wii U, they didn't disappoint me. CMG says Switch 2 is without a doubt coming. Nintendo went off 7 years is way too long for the beginning. Yeah, that's another reason why. Like, man, I don't see Nintendo going another year. I don't think they can survive. Well, they can survive, but I don't think the sales will be even worth. I think they will lose market value if they went another year with just what they got, producing these same. Listen, they need a shot in the arm right now. Nintendo is still good. It's probably still selling and it's selling to people who are late bloomers to Switch, but their core fans are ready. They are ready for something new, and I'm with that. So yeah, it's definitely. I would bet money is coming in 2024. The question is only will it be Christmas or will it be late summer? Don't forget, good people, to get your vote on. The question of the night on YouTube is how many Switch 2 systems will be sold in 2024. Currently, the lead is at 5 to 10 million, 43% of the vote tonight. So don't forget to get your vote on when you get your chance. All right. Stephen G says they've never went this long, mostly 5 to 6 years. They always bring a new platform out. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I don't see them taking this bad boy to its possibly the completion of their 7th year. I don't foresee. It came out. Nah, it's not gonna get to 2025 and be 8 years old. Just don't see it. Steve, and what's going on, Steve? Let me get you on the board. Steve, got it. All right, Steve, on the board. So, Steve says, I'm not even sure if I'll ever be able to play video games again. Golly. If my wrists and hands and elbows heal, then I'll get a Switch 2, but not likely to be at launch. Oh, man. See, you know what? Listen, do you think you got some of those adaptive controllers. Do you think, if I heard right, I got to do some more research. Cause I don't know off the top of my head, but I swear Nintendo is in that market of creating a controller too. Would that be able to help you out, saying during, as you're healing? Of course. It says, Greta Tax says, $20. I'm not trying to spend cash this year. If I lose, gaming wife needs to join you for a podcast. Oh, listen, I think I could probably make that happen. That's a good little bet. Listen, I tell you this much, she ain't the on-screen camera person I am. She'll be like, all right, I'm here, but you're only gonna hear my voice. That's it. She's like, I'm not going on camera. She's never been that way. She hates that I take her pictures sometimes. I have to sneak and take them. But that would be dope. Cool Breeze says, the selling point for me on the OG Switch was portable gaming. I spent way too much many on old games that ran less than perfect and looked muddy just so I can take it on the go. I can't argue with that point. You're right. But times have really changed. Steam Deck runs better, and games are dirt cheap, especially on sale. And Nintendo tax is hardcore. He is right. Listen, I hope Nintendo. Listen, I know they don't pay attention to me, but I wish they would pay attention to people's comments like Cool Breezy, because those comments are legit. I mean, you can't argue with that. Cool Breeze hit on one of the things that I truly like about the Steam Deck is that they sales are crazy. Like, you can really, really take you could take a small bit of money and you can get 4 or 5 real good games and have something to play for a long time. And with the OLED, man, the battery life is just a tad bit better. I can only imagine that next Steam Deck. Whew, God almighty. That's the one. Like, that next Steam Deck is going to be crazy, because if they fix the battery life problem, buddy, ooh-wee, GG no re. But yeah, hey man, listen, I cannot argue not one. I don't think a lot of people can argue with that comment. Yeah, I'm telling you know what, that's what I'm saying. That's like it all to me. If I believe the Switch 2 is gonna sell, I think regardless. But to change people's minds, especially people who have played the Steam Deck, you know what? Them games gotta run. They gotta run great. They gotta load great. It's a lot of things. They're gonna have to have some hammers. Like, man, I just gotta play this game. Captain C is done with rumors. Been blocking so many channels that just crunch out rumor content. Oh man, let me speak on that. I ain't mad at you at that either. You know what? I'm not mad at you with that. It's one of the reasons why I kind of like being a weekly content creator, because, man, every day to talk about a new rumor, man, it's just like, oh man, this is, it kind of beats you. I'm not gonna say, but listen, we all know who the corporates are when it comes to these rumors. I mean, it's like you to get your algorithm. I said it wrong. Algorithm together on what content YouTube feeds you, you gotta kind of delete these channels, man, because it's like, oh man, not you again. And then you know what? Then the first part of their videos, they take about 10 to 15 minutes to kind of explain why they are covering what they're covering, but then you know what? They diss other content creators for covering what they're covering. I mean, I agree. It's a mess. I like to talk about it in the stance for, and it's like, what if these things happen? Then what does this look like for us? I can't say that I'm any better than anybody else. I mean, but I feel your comment totally, Captain C, on dealing with, this like, it's so many who are covering and then recovering the same thing that you heard. So you're hearing the same thing like 90 times, but no one's really, only a few content creators are really digging deep and really doing some investigation. Now, I will say this here, like, one content creator, man, I salute him. I've been rocking with him since the NX is Super Metal Dave 64. Even though, like, he got the Switch wrong, he did. He was really hardcore on that bad boy being some form of standalone home system, and he was wrong. But his reporting on the stuff that he has is legit, and I enjoy watching his content. There's only a few, like, all right, I enjoy watching that content. But yeah, to beat it over the head, it's like, oh yeah, it can be nauseating. 112 says, do you think the Switch 2 will have a new gimmick to mechanicalize hardware design? It's Nintendo, man. It wouldn't. It's one of the things, like, I don't know, because Nintendo has not really been they have never been really predictable, but it's right now, it's really unpredictable right now. there's gonna be something that's gonna make it different than the Switch. I don't think it's business as usual. They change the form factor a little bit. You get a lot of the same thing. Something's gonna be different. Now, what that is, I don't know. I don't know. Rumor has it right now that listen, they're hiring for someone to run some of their media that's going to be coming through the system, and so I definitely see them doing an app. I think that's smart though. I mean, if you can keep a clean design, just have an app like, hey, you click this app and this is the stuff that you can stream to. You can have on your Switch if you choose to consume content on that Switch. Like I'd never consume content on my Switch. I never watched YouTube or it was Hulu. That was just like, man, I have too many other devices for that. But yeah, if there's gonna be something, Nintendo's not gonna just. It's not. They never have been this a lateral. It's move over. This is what you're getting. There's gonna be something different. What that is, I don't know. Sony PS State of Play. Nintendo Direct. Oh, I forgot Xboxes. They have one too. Xbox has one. What is the Xbox presentation? What is that called? I forgot what it is. If they do lose cap market value, time to buy them stocks. Absolutely. I've been saying buy them stocks for a minute. Cause right now I think Nintendo stock is like $13+ a share, and it's gonna grow. I'm telling you, if that bad boy comes out and they have the right games lined up, and I think like Geeky said, I think I knew Animal Crossing is coming. Those games, man, the right games to push that bad boy. All they need to do is show a video that has Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, some form of Mario, some form of Zelda, Metroid, and some third-party ports that you typically like. If they come out and they start to, like last year's, the Switch, and they showed, what did they show? They showed, not Elden Ring, but, oh man, I hate that. It's on top of my head. What is that one game by Bethesda? I hate when I have a brain fart. I can't think of the name because there's so many games to remember. But in that video, like the Switch launch video, they showed that game first. If they come out and they show Elden Ring first, man, listen, that bad boy is gonna jump tremendously. So yeah, I mean, to me, I still say, man, Nintendo's buy them shares now. Buy them shares. I got a goal of how many shares I want to buy before they launch this video. Because I know for sure I'm going to make money off of it. Geeky said they need to tease a new Animal Crossing to sell the new system. I believe that's one of the pillars. If you're going to convince, because think about Nintendo, they're not really out for me. They really out for them kids. So you know what? To get them kids to say, Mom, I want this game because they got the new Animal Crossing on it. That's going to help sell the system. There were parents who went away and then got a Switch Lite and fell in love again with Nintendo. So Animal Crossing, to me, has to be in that initial trailer. Absolutely. If the plan is to get people excited, you want the adults who make the money to be excited because, you know what, that system is going to be probably $400 to $450. So you got to get those parents who's out there making that money to be excited about making sure they purchase their kids this system, without a doubt. So yeah, Geeky, I'm totally on board with what you're talking about right now. D1 says, "Gaming that. What if it's a Switch Pro that copied? That coupled with a new console and both immediately play the same games, but the console would be the future." I don't know, man. I think that would be I don't think that would be good for Nintendo. And the reason why, because, you know, people are excited for something new. They don't want more of the same thing. They didn't have the same old Switch for 7 years. They don't want nothing. To me, You want something that's similar, but you want it to be a jump. If I had this system for 7 years, you got to show me something else that's like, yeah, I want it to be backwards compatible because I still want to play my old library. However, I want something to say, hey, you know what, buddy? We can go toe to toe, whatever they're gonna drop. That telling you that is one of the probably the main reasons why the PlayStation is probably gonna drop a system this year too. I believe that everybody's dropping something new this year. There's already evidence that Xbox is dropping new system. They're going with a digital format with the Series X. That's out. That information is already out there. So all the major hardware companies are launching new hardware this year. That's the reason why I believe that Sony is quite going to have a PS5 Pro. It's about that. You know what? Believe it or not, it's about that time for them to drop a Pro. So you're going to have all these systems out here to compete. Nintendo got to have a system that can say, hey, you know what? We ain't too far off of this here. Now, we can talk about that PlayStation 5 if you plan on upgrading. If it's twice as powerful as the PS5, if I could take my same PS5 games and I push them games into my new PS5, and that new PS5 is able to make those games even better, that's a compelling process. Nintendo needs to adopt that same process. I should be able to take my old Switch games, put it into this new Switch, and that bad boy should be able to run phenomenally. I'm with that. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. I don't think a small upgrade is gonna do. A Pro the market would not be happy with a Pro. If you just pay attention to how many other content creators are hyping this system, to come out something below that hype will be a wrong move for Nintendo. The only thing that would save them, really, the games would have to, if they came out, we took your approach, D1, and they came out with a system, and if that system ran the games phenomenally, that like the games just look absolutely beautiful, they can probably weather that storm. But that initial announcement would be like, meow, meow, meow. Geeky said, I need to meet gaming wife. Yeah, Geeky, yes, you gotta meet my wife. You gotta meet her. Yeah, she is awesome. But she's a how can I say it? She's a math lady. She likes numbers, so she's very analytical. But she's funny though. She's so funny. Yeah, we got to make that happen. Switch Pro or Switch 2, it'll be like Dragon Ball Z Fusion Vibrations. No, I think it's a next gen, man. I don't think it's no Pro, and it bet not. If they announce Switch Pro, them stock prices are going to do tumble. Wouldn't that be gaming mom? Or gaming, but I like gaming wife. Do you know what, D1? Speaking of that'll be a good question for the chat. Hey, for those of you who are pretty much sold on buying the next succession, if they announce Switch Pro, how would you feel? How would you feel? They was like Switch Pro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be like, damn, this is not good. So I wonder if Switch 2 would get I believe. That's a good question, but I believe they would. I believe they would, man, because you know what? Even though unless Power World gets sued for some reason, unless Nintendo is slowly but surely building their case, letting them make all this money and say, "Give me my cut," I think they would. Captain C says, wifey by next has to be the gaming mom's interest. Man, you know how many times I played that song at weddings? That and Too Close. Yeah, you know the next boy. They had some jams, boy. Ooh, so excited. Boy, that was a cut. Yeah, wifey, man, boy, I tell you, I spent the mess out of that song. I still play that song to this day. Basil YT, what's going on, man? I'll get you on the board, man. 24/7, 24/7. YT. D1 says, rumor says Microsoft is more focused on AI than developing a handheld version of Windows. Oh, you know what? Listen, we can switch. We can come back to the Nintendo Switch, but I do want to talk about Microsoft because of the fact that Microsoft, this whole thing of like it's going strictly digital. I don't, man. I mean, I don't know. This might be like the best move the company can make, but I think it's the wrong move for them to make. I think in the short run they'll make money, but I think in the long run I think it's gonna hurt their brand. Unless they sign these deals to get and become strictly third party, and they get out of the hardware system, um, and they go a totally different direction where they go Xbox is strictly on TVs. You can download the app and you can stream through the app. I think okay that could be profitable, but I don't. It takes them out of being a serious contender. They just pretty much turn into Sega. That's just my opinion. I just think Xbox will eventually. Don't get me wrong, Sega is probably still doing movie, but how relevant is Sega compared to Xbox right now? I think Xbox is still more relevant than Sega. But Sega is like no different than any other software company. And I think eventually, what, Xbox will go that same route. I think having a physical presence in the store, allows more people who are not on, the internet like this here, is to walk into a store still and still see an Xbox branded, whatever. It's important. Yeah. So I think if they go completely, they just have if they go completely software based, it could work. It's gonna be interesting to see, but I'm not putting my money on long term. I know one thing. I sold my shares of Microsoft and bought something else. There's, CMG says my concern about Switch 2 is power and the internet infrastructure. You know what? I don't know. I'm not as concerned about power. Am I concerned more about stuff like battery life and how well the interface is. Like for example, and maybe CMG, you might be able to help me out. Like the reason why I'm playing my Steam Deck more than I'm playing my Lenovo Go, because it takes so long for games to load up on my Lenovo Go. I like to be able to say I like the Switch has spoiled me, the Steam Deck has spoiled. I cut on the game, boom, boom, I'm playing. But it's not like that on Lenovo Go. And maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I need to set up something. I don't know. But I'd be like, man, I get tired of having to wait and wait and wait for stuff to load in. And I don't have to do that when I'm playing my Steam Deck. I could be playing NBA 2K in the middle of the game, hit the power button, go off for a day or two, come back, hit the power button, right back into the same game. That's the experience I like. So to me, it's all in how they handle that experience, a gaming experience for me, more than, of course, you want games that have more, more fidelity, and I think that it's going to happen naturally. But I don't think Nintendo takes a step backwards graphically. I think we all can agree to that. I think this next system is going to be an improvement. How big of an improvement, I don't know. I just want the games to run smooth. I want them to play well, and look well. If they do that, then hey, it don't need to be like It don't need to be Final Fantasy 16 on my PS5 on my OLED TV. It don't need to be that good, but it needs to be good enough to be able to. Cause think about, listen, hey man, we all grew up on the 3DS. A matter of fact, hold on, I got a surprise. So so your boy Gorilla Tactics, he puts this out there on Discord, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's probably smart to get me one of them things. And so I haven't used it yet, but it just came in the mail yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. Let's see, can I focus? It won't focus right. Come on, focus. Oh, so maybe I got the way. 501 games. I was like, man, I can get all them games for 501. I said, let me see. I have not tested it out. Have you tested yours out, CMG? I want to know if it works. Yeah, but mine just came in today, so I'm gonna test this out. I still got my 3DS. I'm gonna see how that works. But if it's good, buddy, then it's good. GT says, I've been hearing about Switch 2 for over a year on this channel. Just saying. Yeah, of course. I am Nintendo channel. Listen, I am a Nintendo channel, but I don't blast you every day with it. You know what? GT a little hater. I'm just going. Whenever I meet you, the first thing I'm gonna trip you. Geek said, rumor content is fun as long as you understand it's just rumor. Ding ding. But it adds to the hype and excitement. Right. Listen, it's the, how can I say it? To avoid the rumors and not address them to saying, hey, what? I always like to add the what if. What if this is possible? What if this is true? Then what? You know, how excited would you be if this came out to be? That's the excitement that builds up to a next gen Switch or a next gen anything. You know what? And it's entertaining to talk about. There are conversation pieces at the end of the day, because you know what? At the end of the day, we don't know, but it's always good to see, hey, was these rumors true? Was it better than what we expected? Was it less than what we expected? It's one of them things that I ain't gonna mad at you. I like talking about it. I'm glad I don't beat you over the head every day with it. Once a week, we come together, we talk about it, and then we move on. Thank you, Geeky. D1 says, tell 112 that the Switch 2 is going to be a Samsung folding screen. Oh, that's funny. Gris says, watching Switch 2 basically be a Samsung flip between two Joy-Cons, something new. Boy, y'all too funny, man. Captain C said, I had a prediction in the future. It'll be like Instagram forcing influencers a few years back that they have to be in front with sponsors. That content creators have to verify their sources. Oh boy. Dub City, man, what's going on, man? Welcome, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Basketball season's over, so you know I'll be about to being consistent on my Monday nights. It'd be hard to be consistent, man, during basketball season because they end up putting games on Mondays. So that'd be the hard part. And then Tuesday, I'm back in school. It's like, I'm all over the place. But, you know, hey, listen, real quick, man, side note, man, I need you guys' prayers, man. Listen, the school system I work for they're doing this program with this other college that's here in Georgia called Berry. It's Berry Colleges. However, they're doing this thing where they are offering to pay teachers to get their next degree. And so I have to interview for it. So I have an interview next Monday. So hopefully I have something to report there. But man, if you guys, man, you in your prayer time, man, you know, say a little prayer for your boy, man. I appreciate you. Skyrim, that's right. I know it's gonna come to me eventually. Appreciate you, GT. Yeah, sound funny. You know the game I own like 12 copies of. Man, that what is that one game that you just kept buying over and over again? Like mine was always like the original Super Mario Brothers. No matter what system I had to have that one. Or Super Mario 64. I think I bought it on everything that I could buy it on. Captain C said, "Who would say is the Nintendo Trinity? Mario, Link, and Samus? Ooh, who would fill out that? I don't know if I would say Samus, man. Listen, for me, it would be Samus. But if you look at like, okay, Nintendo would probably say Animal Crossing. It would be Mario, Link, then Animal Crossing. Oh no, to the back. No, it'd be Mario, Link, then Donkey Kong. That's what Nintendo would say. Even though Animal Crossing got the sales, but if you look at like, hey, what are they putting out there? What are they promoting? What's in their theme park? Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong. Exclusive, well carried Nintendo. I can see VR/mixed reality being in the mix. Now, okay, that's great. If VR was to hit Nintendo, it would have to be light. It would have to have its Nintendo charm. It would have to be affordable, and it couldn't be clunky. So yeah, absolutely. That would be that slight difference if they can make it happen. Now, it'd be funny to see. That's why I love this time. Then I hate this time because you really don't know. Right now you're just going out with speculations, but it could be very, very interesting. Man, fudge them kids. That audio jump out of my noggin. Oh man, fudge them kids. Gritty Type said Nintendo Switch glasses. I'll buy that AR glasses with Joy Cons for $500 or $399 for the cardboard version. Man, who in here bought Labo besides me? I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I bought Labo, but you know what? My kids were young too. It was a good spiel for my kids to buy. And we bought quite a few. We had the piano. The piano was dope. I ain't even front. I was like, putting that together was dope. We put together quite a few of them things, but I think my favorite was the piano. D1 says Frogger 2K24 Battletoad DLC. Let's freaking go. Not cardboard GT. GT for the cop the new Labo glasses. How funny, man. Never forget that Nintendo convinced grown men to spend $80 on Wii U boxes. So their marketing scheme is tough. It says 100% D1 going to be wearing them like they're part of them Yeezy lines. Depending on the price, Switch Pro should mean new games and probably won't be all the different from what you picture the Switch 2 being in your head. So when you're looking into 2027. I don't know. That's one of them things, man. It's like I just don't see a complete lateral move in this Switch. I think there's going to be something Nintendo's no dummies. You know what? I think that the dumbest move they made was really because the Wii U wasn't a bad system. They just whoever they hired to do their marketing, that was probably their downfall. But they're no dummies, man. They definitely sat back and say, hey, you know what? Why is the Switch continuing to sell in their year 7, and what made it that way? And they had to look at the year 2017 and just the onslaught of games. At the end of the day, no matter what this system looked like, if the games is there, people are going to buy. Right? People are, if the games are there. So that's the key. It's like, you know what? They're going to have a Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty this year will probably be on this new Switch if it get announced. It's probably going to be there at launch. And if that game is on there and it runs well, I mean, if that game gets on there and it's at 60 frames per second, but it might not be as graphical, I'm telling you, people are going to buy. That's going to be the difference. I mean, how many third parties jump on and make games at the beginning for the Switch 2? And if they can do that, man, listen, it really don't even matter. They've already proven that, you know, they can launch a system with less power and still get people to buy 130 million of them bad boys. People in their households buying multiple systems. Charlie, listen, I'm not worried about Nintendo. I'm looking forward to seeing how it transpires. I'll be side-eyeing if they don't play wife. I mean, like in Australia. So when it comes to wedding playlists, I'm side-eyeing all the time. Right, listen, man. It's certain songs, man, you just gotta play. Wifey is one of them. I'm trying to think, what will be another song if I went to a wedding I didn't hear? You gotta play all the hustle songs. Oh man, so many. But you're right though. Captain C says, the irony if the powerful AI Microsoft ends up with, first thing they'll tell them for the best path for business, hey, make a gaming handheld. I think, man, listen, to me, if Microsoft is going all digital anyway, that's the legit, and they got to see there's an interest in Windows-based handheld systems. And believe it or not, Microsoft is probably more in competition with Valve than Valve is in competition with Microsoft. They should definitely just go ahead, boom, drop a Game Pass exclusive handheld. It would sell. It would absolutely sell like hotcakes. He says, welcome to the world of piracy. Imagine having a PS4 level Nintendo while a handheld, it said, handhelds are keeping up with the PS6, PC, Steam, and Game Pass. Let's see, Pro would actually be better than a Switch 2 if all Nintendo is doing is making a bigger screen, a slight power upgrade. If they change the actual design of the console, then Switch 2 would be cool. I've bought Stardew Valley and Minecraft on every system. Also, this is your Trinity, Mario, Link, Kirby. Said VR Labo was fun. It was okay. It was just something. Oh, it was different. And then you play like the Oculus. And you was like, oh no, this is a better experience. But yeah, you know what? I mean, it was cute. That's all that. It was cute for what it was right there. And I think I'm glad I hope they took enough of that data, and I hope they do something really, really special. Yeah, because they can do something really, really special, man, and make it like something that won't give you a headache. Then it's on. GT says Skyrim, Uncharted, Last of Us 1 and 2, Call of Duty in the PS3 360 era. It seems I own 2 copies of Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. I also own the Trails of games on every platform. Also, yeah, Persona, yeah. Man. You know, I didn't own Skyrim until I got a Switch. That was my introduction. I was like, oh. Switch 2 is definitely should be a lot more powerful than a PS4. listen to me. How powerful do we want this handheld to be? That's a great question. How powerful do we want the handheld to be for it to be a legit? You know, saying, "Oh man, this is revolutionary. This is that next." How powerful do it need to be? Do it need to be as powerful as a Rogue Alley? Do it to me? If it's as powerful as a Steam Deck, it's a win. I think that it's a win. I'm just saying. Should be a lot more powerful than the PS4. These mobile chips are a lot more powerful than these days. Just look at the Rogue Alley, leave as you go. But those systems, the only thing about those three systems is that they cost so much more money than what Nintendo is going to be offering. I don't think Nintendo could not sell a Switch that much and get away with it because their market is different. Nintendo's market is strictly, they're aiming at kids. They're not aiming at at us. They're not aiming at the Steam Deck crowd. They're aiming at, this is a kids friendly model. You know what? And it has worked. The reason why they sold so many units because their initial market is kids first and then adults later. So I'm with it. I hope they figure out a way to not get their stuff pirated, because if they don't, buddy, it's gonna be ugly. Development on the Switch 2 also likely started years ago, CMG, and I'm sure Nintendo wants their console to last longer than an hour on a battery. Yeah, absolutely. Nintendo Virtual Boy 2024. Genshin Impact finally coming to Switch 2 will be a big move. I think just current games finally looking and playing well in a new system will make it worth it. I think when you look at it for the average consumer, I agree, Geeky. It's like, you know what? The average consumer and what's going to keep Nintendo relevant, it might not please everybody on this channel, but for the average consumer, for Nintendo as a company, yeah, that's, to me, if GTA 5 runs on the Switch 2 and it looks no different than if I was running it on the PS4, then it's a win. It's a win. To have that in portable mode, no one's complaining. No, only the true, like, only certain people would complain. I would not complain on it. Especially if the load times are great, these games are running at 60 frames per second, and they can make that happen, then it's a win. I'm in regardless. What's going on? He said, I'm alive. What's going on, Mute? What's going on, my brother? How you doing, man? He said, I'm alive. Listen, that's the blessing. That's the blessing. Because it could be worse, buddy. CMG said, that's true, but NVIDIA will find a way to customize the Switch 2. I agree. I think they're gonna make it happen. So how you doing, boy? Hey, man, I'm doing good, my brother. How are you doing? How's work? How's your mom doing? My teacher got some new headsets. Now, yeah, man. Listen, I had to upgrade. I still got my black ones, and my black ones, are primarily I just use for DJing. But I can't replace the cups on them because these like right now these are DJ headphones. These are Pioneer DJ headphones, but they so comfortable and they sound so good that I just use them. And so my old black ones I was just using just for I was using them for both, and so the cups are tearing on them, so I had to get a new pair. So yeah, man. It'll be Mr. AC. I hope you've been doing good, boss. Yeah, I've been doing very good, Mr. Casey. Yep. Matter of fact, quick update on your people in the classroom. Roderick dropped out, and I don't know if you was there when Caden got there, but Caden is still there, and I got a new girl, and okay, I'm not gonna talk about her, but she's in the classroom, and I'm getting another girl on Wednesday, so it should be interesting. But things are going good. GT said, if I ever got married and the best man didn't request gold digger, he is really my best. She give me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a traveling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger way over town that digs on me. Boy, that beat drop. Do 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 do. She get man. Listen, boy, listen. That old Kanye, boy, you can't compete with that old Kanye. Jesus walks. Boy, I tell you. GT said it needs to be as powerful as the Series S. The Nintendo actually needs to spend money on battery. I agree. Can't be having these dockable games, dockable handhelds, which play horrible on a TV. I agree with you totally. You know what? I just don't know how they do it. I don't know how. I mean, that's probably one of the main reasons why we're getting an LCD screen instead of an OLED. Because it was just revealed that even though they make more money, and if you match it dollar for dollar, they make more money off the LCD switch than they do off the OLED switch, and the OLED switch costs $50 more. So that OLED technology, that OLED screen costs so much more, so they had to find ways to cut costs to make a system that's worthy. And so I'm with that. I'm totally, hey man, an LCD screen is fine for me. You make it a tad bit bigger so we have some more real estate. Give me a better battery in that bad boy. That's a great question, man. How many hours would you be okay when Nintendo releasing a system that puts the battery life back at 3 hours? That's a great question. Would you be okay with that? They release a new system. It gives you all the bells and whistles you want to, but they say, hey, you know, on your top is getting on the most high fidelity game, you're only getting 3 hours. I would have an issue with that. I would have it. To me, it's got to be a minimum of 4. I think 4 hours to me is the sweet spot on any system. Yeah, if you can get 4 hours of that bad boy, then to me that's a great spot to be starting at. Great. I think that's absolutely great. No matter what the system is. Because believe it or not, man, even at 2.5 on the OLED Steam Deck, I like it, but I still like, all right, I gotta put it on charger. You know, I need to make sure I still bring my power bank to bed with me. So you just run into those issues. Don't forget, good people, if you have not voted yet, get your vote on YouTube. It says how many Nintendo Switch systems will be sold in 2024. And currently, right now in the lead is 5 to 10 million at 40%. But 2 to 5 million is slowly but surely creeping up at 35%. 10 to 15 million is at 15%, and 15 plus million is at 10%. Get your vote on, good people. Yeah, I think Guerrilla Tactic, you are absolutely spot on. Yeah, I really hope that they have a great battery. Series S to me would be like the sweet spot. Yeah, that would be the sweet spot. I think I would be okay with a Steam Deck level, but I don't think, to be honest, I don't think PS4 is enough. It'll be enough for about maybe 2 years, and then we right back to Vaseline. Right back to Ice Cube, no Vaseline. Man, that's the greatest diss song ever. I don't care what anybody say. It's hard. It's better than Hit 'Em Up. He killed the whole crew. He gave the whole crew they own verse. He killed them, man. I never had dinner with the president. All right. Sonic Nugget said, before Easter, we celebrate Lent for 40 days. Actually, 47 days from Ash Wednesday. It is also tied to the timeline or remembrance of Jesus fasting 40 days / 40 nights and being tempted by the devil. Absolutely. He said, for this time, if so, how / please explain. If not, does this tie to something else biblical? If so, what and how? Oh man, that's a bit mouthful question. Well, you can also tie the 40 days to, the number 40 is very significant in the Bible. You can also tie it into Moses, an amount of years, saying Moses, he kind of really ran away from God. So, the numbers are huge, especially in the Bible, but that's the only thing that comes to my mind right away is Moses. All right, so definitely more efficient mobile CPU this time around. Yeah, it all depends on what. It's the mystery because you just don't know what direction Nintendo is going to go. Remember, man, if you remember the back when the Switch first came out, it was Capcom who said, "Hey, Nintendo was going to go with less memory." And Capcom was like, man, y'all need to up this memory so we can get these games running. And to me, that was a great decision. So, I don't know this go around. Do they have a Capcom like, influencer that can come and say, hey, Nintendo, this is what we need. I'm going to believe Nintendo is definitely listening to the developers, but to what degree? Before Nintendo really needed their advice. Nintendo is probably riding on cloud 9 right now, looking at 130 million. I hope they go back to that, I hope their listening ears are still on and that they value some advice from some of these other developers. So it's one of the things that it's going to be very, very interesting to see. So Mute said, I've been good, started a new hobby, and I rather enjoying the living crap out of it. Okay. So what, he dropped out? Oh, I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, man, he did, man. He's currently working in Cartersville, man, at Zaxby's. I think he's working at Zaxby's. But yeah, man. Tell you, man, listen, this is my advice to you, Mute. Don't do drugs, man. Every kid I know who started on that journey on using drugs, man, they typically make terrible decisions, and this is the byproduct of that. I hate that for him because I love the kid to death, but and when you start using drugs, you don't want to listen. So he didn't want to listen no more. So he'll figure out life teach him his own way. But you know what? You know what my son about to do? He better get ready for school. He gotta get ready for school. That's right. School's tomorrow. Drop out of school? Oh, heck no. Yeah, man. That person is in trouble. Real world. Listen, man, listen, CMG, man, I've talked to him numerous a day, man, about the importance of a high school education doesn't have the same weight it did 10, 20 years ago. But it shows employers and those who he might want to work for one day that he is able to complete something, that he can work hard and perseveres. When he go through and say, well, I dropped out, that means you're a quitter. And try to get him to understand, like, man, he was right at the end. It wasn't like he didn't have much to go. This was his senior year. But you know what? When all you want to do is get high all the time, it's like, you know what, buddy? Do what you do. But then he be, every now and then I get to, hey, Mr. Reed, you know what? Can I borrow A, B, and C? Like he's supposed to, I loaned him $10 not too long ago. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay back as soon as I get paid. I haven't heard from him since. And when he go back to ask me again, I'm saying, hey man, where my money at? I loaned you the last time. That's all I'm gonna say to him. Hey buddy, you said you was gonna pay me back. I shouldn't have to hunt you down for my money. All right, let's see. Mute says, also, I'm moving out of my parents' house in March. I'm getting out of here. As for my hobby, I've started to build Gundam. Okay, I have a ton of fun. All right, that's excellent. Hey, man, listen, you better figure out what you're going to move to because life and rent is tough nowadays, buddy. I don't know what kind of job you're working right now, But I know it's tough to be out there trying your best to navigate this world. And the rent here is, boy, I'm so glad I bought my house when I bought my house. Because, whew, I couldn't be out there in that world living like this now. CMG said, I'm working on a video right now about the two handhelds, and both that the LCD screen. I'm saying both have LCD. I don't know, but one has better technology in it. Okay. So, and got that OLED Steam Deck. hold up, man. Hold on, man. And I'm reading this right. CMG, you got that OLED Steam Deck? Tell you, man, it's nice, ain't it? It's nice. I ain't gonna lie, man. It is nice. It is nice, man. That's funny. Captain C says, knowing Nintendo, they'll be taking the slow burn with essential innovation. Game Boy Advance to Game Boy SP with the light, Wii U, 1080p resolution. Yeah, man. Listen, Nintendo will take that slow route, but man, listen, I wouldn't listen. I would too, man. It's not too many times I was like, man, come on, Nintendo, you gotta do something different. I was excited at every junction. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just how do GT call me the hype beast? D1 says update finally moving this weekend. 750 plus light townhouse, 2 bedrooms, 1. Okay, that's not bad though. That's not bad, D1. He says, was going for a $1,200 house, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, but decided against it. I think you made the right choice. You made the absolute right choice, boy. 750 plus lights, that's great. Think about it like this, man. You saving $450. You probably saving like $500 a month with that decision. That's great, man. You could take that money and invest. Take that money and, matter of fact, this is what you should do, D1. Act like you still paying $1,200, but take that extra $450, man, and put it somewhere in an investment account. And just hang tough in that place, you know what I'm saying, for a year or two, man, and come back, you know, and then take that money, man, and then really make some moves. Don't even buy a house, man. Go buy you some land. That's what you do. 2 years. Give yourself 2 years, D1. Give yourself 2 years. That's what you do. Put that extra for this. Just go ahead and struggle. If you think about paying $1,200, you can do it. It's a little sacrifice, but once you get rolling, you'll get it. You'll adjust to it and put that $450 into an investment account. Let that bad boy grow. Keep putting it in there, and then in about 2 years, stop and go buy you some land, and then you get your more. Then you build you a house, buy you some land, then build your house. That's the way. Tell me. But congratulations, D1. Sonic says 40 days has Florida Night North Ark. 40 years of wandering the desert. That's right. That's right. 40 years of wandering the desert for Moses. Don't worry, boss. I won't do drugs. I seen we had before. Bakari, Josh, Rod. Yeah, man. Listen, all them jokers, man. And as adults today, man, those other two, they having their own individual struggles. I love when I talk to kids, you know what, when you try to tell them something and they don't listen, and then they come back to the piper. Oh, Mr. Reed, can you help me? That's what I've been getting lately. Oh, Mr. Reed, can you? No, when I was trying to tell you, this is what this stuff do. You didn't want to listen. You wanted to be hard-headed. Now you in struggle mode because you're an adult. And you know what? In the real world, nobody don't care nothing about what you got going on. Sonic Negative says, would you rather have unlimited device storage, battery, durability? Give me the battery, man. I can take care of my own stuff. So I'm pretty durable with no matter what system. I've never broken a system. Sure. I've never broken a Joy-Con, so I'm pretty good with but give me the battery. That's the easy one for me. The storage, you know what I'm saying, as long as I can add storage to it. To me, they can come out with another system and have a 64 gig internal. That wasn't gonna bother me. I'm gonna go out and buy me a 1 terabyte card, as long as the system is there's no let off. Like whatever technology that they have in the Steam Deck to be able to put my games on a micro SD card and have them games to pretty much still run the same if I was coming off the native SSD, is whatever that technology is. That's what Nintendo needs to have too, because that's phenomenal. Someone says, any new game news? Estimated 20 minutes behind on the chat. We haven't got to any new game news yet, but I will open up some stuff in a minute. We've just been kind of just talking. 2 weeks. It's been a long time. Oh, no, you're not being rude. No, you're just trying to ask some questions. You cool. Mute says, I got a place. Don't worry. My friend wants me to move in with them. Woo. I'll be paying much less than what I'm now for a room twice the size of mine. I work at LC in town. Now, what's LC? I don't know what that is. But be careful, man. Listen, I'm glad you got a friend. But one thing about friends, man. This is, I know you're not a praying brother, but man, you should pray over that one, buddy. Damn. Even I don't have the OLED Steam Deck. Y'all some type beast. It is nice, man. I would tell you, it is nice. It's definitely. I'm definitely happy with that purchase. Yeah, I was questioning it for a long time, like but yeah, I'm glad. Listen, matter of fact, I need to go ahead and sell that old Steam Deck. I'm trying to sell it to my daughter. She don't have one. I'm like, baby girl, you need. She's like, I don't know, Daddy. I don't know. I need one of them. I'm waiting on this new Switch. Geek says, I'm passing up on the Steam Deck OLED, waiting for a smaller one in white or pink. Yeah, you know what, to me, if anything Valve would do, they should do a smaller Steam Deck. CMG says that's a damn good deal, D1. If only prices were like that in New York, yeah. Yeah, listen, D1, you really, man, you be nice to that. You be nice to them landlords. Sue, $750 plus lights. Psh. 2-bedroom. Hey, listen. Hey, I don't know if D1 you got any kids or not, but man, for you to be by yourself, oh, that's a win, man. All day, every day. Brazil says CMG equals changing my gadgets to me now. I went geeky on the first sentence. Can't rock out with that second sentence, though. They go ahead and get you a pink one, man. D1 said, Gaming Dad, you speaking my language because wasn't going to struggle on a mortgage when I can just save and probably going to pocket 2K. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I ain't trying to encourage more people like, hey, man, the move is to not get a mortgage, man. Buy you a piece of land and have you a house built. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. That is the direction that I am going. I'm telling you. I got a couple things I'm trying to take care of, man, and yeah, my next move is to I got enough to purchase some land. I want a significant piece of land, at least over 10 acres. I want at least 10 acres of land, because I want to build, and then I want to build, you know what, I want to build and have an enormous garden. I want to have an enormous greenhouse. That's my ultimate plan. That's why my brother had to go back to school, man. I gotta go back to school. Gotta get ready for school. You know I want a pink Steam Deck. Don't do it, Geeky. That's what he said to you. He said, I will go battery easily. Yep. Oh, Little Caesar. Listen, man. By now, man, you should be a manager by now. D1 says, no kid, no rings. Buddy. You in prime position, D1. All right, good people. Listen, man, we kicked it for a minute, man. Listen, I didn't think we were gonna kick it that long, and it didn't go no news. So I guess we'll get into it. Let's see. Where was that? What? Okay, hold on. Let me get out of here. Where's my save stories at? Boom. All right. So listen, hey, real quick, man. Sony State of Play. Sony has dated. Sony has a date locked in for the first 2024 State of Play presentation, as you'll be able to tune in on January 31st. Your boy is going live at 2 p.m. PT, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what's next for PlayStation. Sony has said the 40-minute live stream will cover around 15 games. Okay, that's serious. Including extensive previews of Stellar Blade and Rise of Run. I like the look of Stellar Blade, so I think this is going to be important for Sony. This, to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. This State of Play is really, really important for Sony, because as of right now, there's not a whole lot that Sony has to offer that like we currently know of. Like, we know Wolverine is coming, but we know all the other, the Maddens and the Call of Duties and the GTAs are coming eventually to the system, but we still don't know like exactly what's really, really coming. So I'm with this totally. I think this is going to be a good presentation. I think it's important for Sony. I think Sony needs to show that they have more than, they got to show some excitement for the brand. Right now, I'm not really excited about anything for PlayStation. Not right now. I am excited. Listen, I was going to pick up Tekken 8 on the PS5, but then I went to thinking it probably plays pretty well on the Steam Deck, and I'm going to pick it up on the Steam Deck. I'm going to pick it up on Steam, because it just gives me more options to play it on. I was like, yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. So I run the entire back by myself. I'm pretty much the manager of the back area. I make all the dough and everything. Well, listen, they need to go ahead and give you the title as a manager. You should inquire about that. Say, hey, what do I need to do to become a manager? Closed mouths don't get fed. You got to ask. The Bible says we have not because we ask not. And you should inquire, what do I need to do to become a manager? If this is what you're doing, you've been doing it for a long time, you've been working there for quite a little while, at this particular stage in the game, they should at least offer you that. If not, you should inquire. Inquire about it. I'm telling you, man, you listen, you think about moving, you need the extra funds. So, but I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud. It says, Bazza says, nope. Buy a house to rent it out. The tenant will be paying you mortgage, and you rent how much you charge them. Listen, I wouldn't dare hate on that proposition. If you're trying to buy a house, you know what? If you want to get that mortgage, you could do that direction. I still say buy the land. Buy the land. That, you know what? The land is cheaper right now, and then you can build on it however you want to. Either way, both of them are great investments. One is probably net you some money return back sooner than later, as long as you can find worthy tenants. But then you got to deal with being a landlord. So that's if you want to deal with that, you're great. If you're not, then you're not. Let's see. Feels like this is going to be a state of irrelevancy. Oh man, don't do them like that. State of irrelevancy. Baz, I hear you, but I'm not even 2 years on the job and not sure I want to see 5 yet. Yeah. Giving me a pay raise, potentially the manager title, because I'm already. Yep, this you know what this open it up to see what it says. Until you're stuck with a renter who doesn't pay rent, and you're stuck in a year plus long legal battle paying 2 mortgages. Yikes! See that's our only issue. That's one. Like we had an opportunity to make that same decision. We was gonna go move out the house, rent this house out. But we was like, nah, let's just, right now our mortgage is cheap, we got crazy equity in the house. Like, nah, just not this. When we make a move, we gonna make it. And so, in due time, man. Listen, I tell you, that's the move, man. Buy the land, buddy. And then once you buy the land to build your house, if you want to go back and be, a landlord, by all means. You can hire a management company to handle those issues for you. And then you can just live off whatever extra you make. I think that's a win-win. But definitely buy some land first. That's what I say. Buy some land, build your house. Or buy you some land, build you a super big house with an extension on it, and then rent out the extension. Oh yeah, I make my own bread now at home. It's super simple and cheaper than store bought. Oh wow. So you the muffin man. I'm the muffin man, the muffin man, the muffin man. The real trick is buying a house next to a farmland, so it's cheaper, and you'll get government money back from it. Yeah, listen, I don't know how it is. I know here in Georgia, you have to have 10 or more acres. That's our to get the tax breaks from it. You need 10 or more acres, and then you need to have, like some chickens and maybe a cow on the land. So it's easy to it ain't that hard to buy you a cow and buy you some chickens, because the cow will just eat off the land, and the chickens, you just got you take care of chickens, but they'll feed you back in the eggs. The key is to never put yourself in a position where paying back the debt is in the hands of someone else. Yep. Man, that's wisdom. That's wisdom. I wish as a kid I had that kind of wisdom. Like, I made decisions because I just didn't know better. No one taught me those things. I kind of had to learn them as I got older. But now that I'm older, you're right, man. I try my best not to owe nobody nothing. Yeah. So, all right. So State of Play this Wednesday. I will be live streaming it, and if you guys can join in, it'd be great. If not, there'll be a replay up for you to watch. I thought this was a little cute. Capri Sun joins forces with Nintendo. Uh-oh. Let's see. I just want to see. So if you're out and about and you like Capri Suns, get yourself a Mario Kart themed Capri Sun. Also, I guess it's a giveaway. It says slurp and win. I can't call it what it says. But the fun doesn't stop there, because Capri Sun introduces Slurp and Win sweepstakes, where enthusiasts can scan the QR code and special edition Nintendo Switch branded Capri Sun cartoon for a chance to win exciting prizes. Among the 500 giveaways are the Covenant Nintendo Switch OLED model system, accompanied by a digital download code for a game. Slurp and win. Boy, I tell you, the things people say in some of these things is crazy. Slurp and win. Capri Suns and Nintendo. He says, with CMG having a few handhelds, he should do a PlayStation ripoff with a state of handhelds. Oh man, don't do that to my boy CMG, man. That's funny though. Oh man. Nintendo files trademark related to GameCube controllers. Um, the only thing that, I didn't mean to do that. The only thing that bothers, not really bothers me, but that I would say this could be definitely set up for GameCube to come to the Nintendo Switch 2 online. I think that would be dope, to be honest. There are some GameCube games. I think if they have Smash Brother Melee on an online system and have it have online features, it's a win-win for Nintendo. To be honest, I thought Nintendo was going to probably release Melee anyway onto the current Switch and have those online functions and really take it to a whole nother level. So to have that, I think it's a win-win, man. If they add this to their online service, no one can really complain and say, man, it's not worth it. I definitely would say. So where's the Indonesia rules for Nintendo and Battle Store? Yeah, I got it. It's coming up. We'll talk about it right after this here. So yeah, I think this. At the end of the day, anything that Nintendo does, especially if they can keep the price the same. Now, to me, if they increase the price, I would have an issue with that. If they say, oh, okay, you got to pay $10 more extra, I'm like, oh, then no. I think, I gotta look at it right now. Like, to be honest, besides like we use the Mario Kart, those DLCs, those things are good to have on the expansion, but I don't know. I don't play a lot of the older games. It's nice to have them when I have a little itch for it, but he said you're funny, Basil. Yeah, that's his state of handhelds. GT says I think GameCube is coming to NSO along with a few new Switch remasters. No Switch 2 this year. I don't think they can survive. Yeah, the only reason I disagree with that, I don't think they can survive a whole nother year. Yeah, I was questioning them to even push it into, I was still 2023 for a long time, and they made it happen, but it took some very large titles. I don't think they could even. I don't think the games can even make them survive this much longer. Yeah, definitely systems are going to take it. At 130 million, man, you didn't sold it to everybody who's going to want a system. And at this stage of the games, like, man, how technology is evolving, how new cell phones and new tech keep coming to the market, that Switch 2 is going to, the LCD Switch is getting, that thing is archaic, if I understand. So no way they get out of 2024 without a new system. There's no way. Let's see. If they drop a Zelda collection, a Donkey Kong, or a Star Fox, they'll be fine. Software wise, they will be. The issue is going to be hardware, and so you look at hardware sales and compares it to stockholders. At the end of the day, they got to appease their stockholders. I don't think stockholders was already asking questions about a successor last year. So I don't see Nintendo pushing that envelope a whole nother year. I don't see it. I don't see stockholders sitting back and like, all right, I think they'll start to lose investments. People will start pulling their money out of Nintendo if they come on. They're gonna push this bad boy in 8th year. Their hardware sale will drop tremendously. But it's gonna be interesting to see. Let's see. Let's go. Indonesia unveils new rules for Nintendo, Moontone, and Valve. Okay, so I don't know nothing about this. I just saw it earlier. I figured out I would grab it and we'll read it together. It says how long is this? Okay, good. Indonesia is set to reset rules for game publishers, including industry giants like Nintendo, Moontone Technology, and Valve Corp. The government's new directive mandates both local and foreign game publishers to establish themselves as legal entities in the form of limited liability companies within Indonesia. I don't know who the guy is. I'm gonna say Sam. I'm gonna call him Samuel. Samuel, the director general for informatics apps at the Communication and Information Technology Ministry, emphasized that games on platforms without registered legal entities would face blocking. Ooh-wee. The move is a part of Indonesia's initiative to actively participate in and shape the digital economy rather than being mere spectators. Oh man! So Indonesia, okay, this is huge. Let me tell you why this is huge. Because if Nintendo and Valve and this other company Moontone, if they bow down and they say, okay, we agree to make this happen, then it would force companies like it will make it that other countries are going to look at this as a model. It would set a dangerous precedent for the video game world, because by them making them entities within those countries, it's a little bit different. Like, yeah, like right now you paying taxes, but you know what? It's almost like how certain countries can control what you sell in their country. Like for instance, like Pop-Tarts are sold here in America, but they're not sold in every country because of what they're made out of. And some countries like, hey man, you can't just sell this over here. So it would like certain games would have, I don't know, certain games would have an issue being made or produced, and I don't know what their tax structure is like. I mean, this is going to be very interesting to watch this kind of unfold. Let's continue reading. He said the Communication and Information Technology Ministry is currently working on a new regulation to replace the existing one governing the classification of electronic interactive games. Samuel highlighted that the revision would introduce new rules and classifications with the aim of completing the process before the end of the month. Additionally, the upcoming regulations will bring forth a new rating agency dedicated to video games. The initiative aligns with Indonesia's broader strategy to bolster its digital economy, recognizing the emerged potential within the gaming industry. In 2022, Indonesians gaming spent Rp 25 trillion, which is 1.5 billion on gaming, which is, I mean, that's not a lot compared to, okay, I'll come back to that. With significant portions, 99.5%, directed towards foreign gaming apps providers. In contrast, only a minimal fraction, 0.5%, supported domestic gaming industry players, as reported by the Tourism and Creative Economy Ministry. Okay, so Indonesia is saying like, hey, you know what? The gaming developers here in Indonesia is not getting a fair cut because of some of these other countries. Now, I don't know how making them have a company inside their country is going to make that a more viable option. Now, other countries like America can do the same thing and do the same thing towards Indonesia and make them say, hey, you know, if you want to sell your games over here, you got to have a company a company within our country. I don't know, man. This is gonna be very very interesting. I don't know. I don't know the enough of it to say this is gonna be a win or a bad thing. I think it's gonna probably be it's gonna make gaming maybe a little convoluted. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Hold on, let me. But all these comments I gotta catch up with. Uh, Said pull a Steam Deck out your pocket like I did the DS. Another one. If a Zelda collection and a new Donkey Kong or Star Fox, they'll be fine. I read that already. Nintendo doesn't make much off of console sales. They make more money off software sales, which is true. You're very right. They do make more money off their software sales. However, the hardware is, the Nintendo's not Nintendo without the hardware. So it's a part of their overall brand. So and market, it's not total market value, but relevancy, like which device you pick up, and what device that you kind of interact with on a regular basis, it determines by that. Like, listen, eventually, like, hey, I was messing around with the original Steam Deck, but eventually new hardware came. We're just in a society where technology constantly turns, and I don't think a piece of technology that's around for 8 years is going to be desired, even in the mindset of new games. This is my personal opinion. I just don't think so. It says, will a new Pokemon drop after Power World hype, or will Nintendo wait for it to? I think whenever I think a new Pokemon will drop this year. It'll drop in this usual November slot. It'll be a part of this hype video, whatever they announce this switch to. So yeah, oh yeah. I'm wondering if they're gonna sue. I wonder if are they really really gonna let Power World make all this money and then not say, you know what, man, slow your brakes. That's gonna be interesting. I think it's time for me to get a new Switch. I've had mine since high school. Ooh-wee. I only getting an hour of game time now. Yeah, man, that's what happens when you become an adult. Government needs to force change to region pricing. Listen, you're right. Said publishers just base prices off USD as opposed to percents. Yeah, you're right. Thus, you have games that cost $70 in USD and $2,000 in the country. Yeah, you're right. Listen, you are absolutely right. So become an LLC and get taxed by Indonesia, or don't sell in their country. Basically, that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. I'm kind of that's to me as. And listen, I don't know how big of a market is Indonesia when it comes to gaming, but 1.5 billion is a lot of money, but it's it's not 1.5 billion going to one country. I mean, Nintendo made that kind of money off one movie. So, I mean, I don't know, man. That's a lot of money, but I mean, I don't know if Nintendo, Valve might, but I don't know if Nintendo will be like, all right, man, this. But then, you know what? That's very interesting, man. If Valve does it, that means do they get a tax off all Steam games? That's gonna be interesting, man. That's a story. This is a story we definitely got to pay attention to. We definitely got to pay attention to the story. I just don't know how that eventually, pans out. So if a game costs, say, 2% of the average American biweekly pay, there's no reason it should be costing 40 to 70% in other countries. Agreed. But I think the reason for this is because of the currency in that country compared to the American dollar? Because sometimes, like, hey, you know what? I don't know how much more the American dollar is over. What is the Canadian dollar? What is that called? Software determines sales. It's simply as if Nintendo releases a bunch of bangers, they always be in discussion. It's the same reason PS5 Slim was in the news and no one talks about it. I don't. That's not parity though, because you know the that's like saying that parity would be if we had the Switch compared to the Switch Lite. You know, like, yeah, how many people are really raving about the Switch Lite anymore? How much that really sell compared to the original Switch? I don't think that's on the same parity. But we live in an era where new technology bolsters and pushes systems and really also develop brands. You know what? Like Sony has produced, you know what, every, you know what, 5 to 6 years it's a new system coming out, because of the fact that, hey, you know what, it gets to that 100 million mark, the market gets so saturated because people want to play with the newest and greatest. That's the issue. And that Nintendo also looked like, hey, there's competition. If Sony's so stupid. If they should be really paying attention. They should have never got out of the handheld market. Never. Because I think they would probably own the handheld market right now. A next generation Vita would have been so competitive towards the Switch that it would have still sold well. To me, if a system sells over 50 million units, man, come on, man. I think it's a success to me. Compared to, you know, I don't know how much R&D got put into it, but still, I mean, said no Pop-Tarts is no Pop-Tarts in some countries. Yeah, that is true. Some countries do not allow you to sell Pop-Tarts because of what they're made out of. Like, I don't eat Pop-Tarts anymore. I would tell you to do your investigation. A lot of the stuff that we eat nowadays, man, is just not real food. You know, like, I used to be a part-time guy that missing out, and those who can't buy bacon. Right, Pop-Tarts are trash. Diabetes, listen, man, he is bing bing. He's absolutely right, man. Pop-Tarts are trash. Don't get me wrong, I was a fan, and I used to eat Pop-Tarts. I ain't in front. I used to eat them fresh out the toaster with some milk, delicious. But I don't drink milk anymore, and I don't eat Pop-Tarts anymore. I'm gonna tell you the difference in my health. Like, I used to always have sinus issues. I don't have none of that anymore. I used to always have allergies, really bad allergies. I haven't had I used to take an allergy pill every day, faithfully. No matter if it was in the wintertime, no matter if it was in the summertime, I took an allergy pill faithfully. I stopped drinking milk, all that stuff went away. So I don't drink milk, I don't eat cereal, I don't eat Pop-Tarts. Now, every now and then I'll have me a honey bun. I might have me a Krispy Kreme donut every now and then. But not Pop-Tarts. Can't do it. Diabetes in the toaster. That's funny. Power DeVille said they didn't use Pokemon assets. Nintendo already knew about the game because it was announced in 2021. They would have to prove Power World isn't original and has direct copies. That's true. That's what I'm saying. It would be. Listen, I would tell you, I would bet money Nintendo is definitely investigating if they have a legit option to go that way. Is it Looney Tunes whack currency system? Oh, buddy, you watch your piece of boy. Girl attack is a bully. He said, watch your mouth, piece of boy. Pizza, pizza. Oh, Vita was already on current handheld level when it dropped though. Yeah, Vita, listen, the Vita was great, man. Like Uncharted Golden Abyss in 2024 still looks dope. You right. Listen, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, you know what? When they dropped the Vita, they had like they was going around the country to different spots to kind of show off the Vita early. And they came to Atlanta. And I drove down there and stood in line. And man, that was dope. That was such a dope experience. Like whoever like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. It was intimate. It was like it was super, super dope. They only had it at like certain little spots. You know, they didn't make a big thing out of it, man. But that was crazy dope. I wish Nintendo would do something like that. Like, hey, we're gonna go around the world. We're gonna show you off what the system is. Quick little spot here, little spot there. Let you line up. You know, I think that was dope. Super dope. Still looks dope. The Vita thumbsticks were horrible though. Yeah, they were horrible. But I was still rock with that bad boy. That Vita was that Vita. And this tell you another had horrible thumbsticks, but I still loved it. That PSP Go, man, that was the system, boy. That PSP Go, boy, that's legendary. So sleek and you know what, man. I should play it at work all the time. I wasn't supposed to have it out. I was like, I don't care. I'm playing this anyway. That's how I got through my night playing Madden on a PSP Go. Damn, y'all make me feel bad. Got a 48 pack of Pop Tarts not open yet. Maybe you bought me a box of donuts. Yeah, man, I did. See, I'm at Costco. Rumor has it they have PlayStation portals. Should I bother going in or should I stay in the warm car? Stay in the warm car, man. Stay in the warm car, man. Listen, if I had a list of things that I was like, man, I should have bought this. I shouldn't have bought the PlayStation Portal. I like it. It's cool. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what? Don't do it. Don't do it. Save that money, man. Apply it to something else. Get you, man. Put a couple $100 more, man. Get your Steam Deck. Better yet, man, hit me up on Instagram, man. I'll sell you my old Steam Deck. Don't do it. Get your Steam Deck before you buy one of them things. Don't make a mistake of buying that Portal Quay. Leave that foolishness to COG. I'm using the iPad for remote play. It's annoying, and my 3-year-old keeps asking for the iPad. No, I'm telling you, listen, you are by far better off buying a Steam Deck and doing remote play to the Steam Deck. That's the better move. I completely forgot that I gave you a PS. You sure did, buddy. An original PSP at that. I replaced the screen and everything. Put a new battery in that bad boy. Run like a champ. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. So it's like 28 degrees outside right now. Screwing. Going outside. Yeah, man, it's cold. Buy Gaming Dad's Portal then. Yeah, get a discount if you're going to make a bad. Listen, he is right. I would sell you that bad boy right now. Right now, I would sell you. But listen, my son got one. He has not even opened it. He might even sell you his. Crazy, right? All right, that Indonesia story is crazy. Definitely something we gotta keep our eyeballs on. Let's keep it going. Now my kids will be all excited about this here. It says Sonic Generation is tipped to be revealed at next State of Play. My kids love this. They love this game. This is one of them games that my kids I know have bought on multiple systems. They had it on the 3DS. Matter of fact, they still play it on the 3DS to this day. And then on top of that, they own it. They bought it. My son just recently bought it off of Steam, and they have it on the on the PlayStation. The PlayStation 4. Yep, PlayStation 4. But yeah, man, listen. I think this is a smart move by Sega. They got a new movie coming out this year. You do Sonic Generation, something like that, and then you let that. Hopefully, that comes out later in the year, and then that movie drops this year. I think in December. So this is smart for Sega. But to be revealed, I would like to see this. I would like to see this drop. You know, another game. I know it's not gonna come out for Sony's thing, but Plunky Squire, man, where is that at? I hope that drops. You know, that's I'm telling you, that game looks so unique. I hope that game just don't get pushed to the side. Brazzer says, I really want Nintendo to do VR. I would love to play remastered Wii U games. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That's a great thought, Brazzer. Yeah, you know what? Wii U and VR would probably be super dope. That VR headset would have to be really, really tight because you know what? Like, I would love to go back and play like Wii Sports in VR. That would be dope. Ah, look at you. That's a great little thought. Said never played Sonic Generations, but I watched it. It was pretty cool. Oh man, listen, I tell you, listen, this I'm not even a big Sonic fan. I'm never have been, but my sons are, man. Sonic Generations, man. If I don't know the best way to play it, but I know it played extremely well to be on 3DS. I would buy it on 3DS. If you got a 3DS, I would buy it on there. If not, buy your used 3DS. That's all I can say to you. Baz is acting like Labo and Wii Sports on Switch aren't a thing. Go on and cop you one of those reseller prices. Silent Hero is my fave. That's a good question. I wonder what my son's favorite is. Is Final Fantasy 16 going to Steam? I don't know, man. Hold on. Let's look that up. Final Fantasy. Nope, it says Final Fantasy 16 coming to Xbox Series X and S. This is 7 weeks ago though. Said you're going to need an SSD in order to play Final Fantasy 16 on PC. This is December 11th. It says incomplete newcomer since as long as oh, let's hear this. It says the PC version. Oh man, what I do that for? The PC version was confirmed in September, along the announcement of 2 paid DLC. So yes, it's coming to PC. Now I don't know how good it's going to be played on the PC, but it's coming. Okay, I was looking, but only saw 15. Yeah, according to this article, it's coming to the PC. I just don't know when. So I was thinking more Mario Galaxy, Zelda, Twilight Princess. Not sure if it's coming to Steam. I remember I didn't. My kids keeps asking, when am I going to playing Twilight Princess again? Not going to plug the Wii U in the second. Do I announce the switch port? Yeah, I'm hoping they announce the switch port. It should be interesting. Yep. So Sonic Generations might be popping out. Okay, so I just want to look at the fact that, like, hey, you know what? 8 inches. Hold on a second. Let me grab this Lenovo Go. I mean, that's huge, man. That's a huge. I don't think it'd be this big, but man, you know, it's gonna be nice to compare these bad boys together because, I mean, the Steam Deck. I mean, to me, 7 is a nice little. To me, it's a nice little sweet spot. I just don't. I mean, but I do like the 8-inch screen. Though. I ain't gonna front. I mean, I do like the size of it. It's just, you know, this bad boy is just heavy. And I thought the battery is gonna be a lot better than what it was. The battery is not as good as it should be. But 8 inches, man. That I mean, I don't. It's gonna have to be thicker. If it's even at 8 inches, it's gonna have to be thicker. It's gonna have to. Because it's going to have a bigger battery to power that 8-inch screen, no matter if it's LCD or not. And matter of fact, LCD tends to pull more power than the OLED screen. So I don't think so. I own. I'm trying to read some of y'all comments. The Final Fantasy 15 is Windows only or Steam though. So I don't think so. I own it on Steam anyhow. Okay. Yeah, that's I don't know. But 16, I'm really liking 16. It's a lot longer than I thought though. It's like, ooh. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play some 16 tonight before I go to bed. I'm sorry, but 8 is not pocketable. Neither is a Steam Deck, but it's just light enough to handle beyond 2 hours. The OLED Steam Deck is a tad bit lighter. I'm really like the OLED, but that was the original Steam. That's kind of heavy, but I tell you this Lenovo, buddy, this I mean, it's a chunker, buddy. This ain't nothing light. This is one of them things like it's by far better to sitting on somebody's table and playing it compared to having it in handheld mode. So I really would like to see how they make this 8-inch screen and how thin, how small the system is. Eight inches thicker. Pause, granddad. Gaming dad, I grew up with and still really like Sonic games, but with the way that these recent Sonic games have tended to go, Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic Forces, Sonic 15 was good. Even it's a JRPG. JRPG are usually between 50 and 80. Yeah. I was like, my brother has put, listen, I was like, man, I said Final Fantasy 35.5 hours is actually on the shorter side. Golly. Yeah, so I got some ways to go, but I'm definitely, I'll tell you this much, I'm enjoying the story more than anything. It kind of like, you know what, man, I wish Fire Emblem would go this direction. I want Fire Emblem to be an action RPG so bad. So if really hard at times, but there isn't much news I've heard from Sega. I'm wondering if they are going to keep quiet or things in the works, but where or what can I follow along with to see more Sonic? Oh man, that's a good question. something I probably need to ask my children because they stay on top of it. But it's Sega. Sega's trying to rebrand a lot of their older IPs, which is great because some of them. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Shinobi has to offer. Cause that was my game back in the day. Game news including fan made ones. Oh, okay. But now if you don't know the story about, hey, it's a from the Bloomberg article, the guy said that who do analysts based upon Bloomberg is pretty much they're not a gaming particular newspaper or a news source. They do a lot more financial. And so that's why I kind of like, saying their perspective on that because they look at it from a money standpoint. Like, hey, they tend to follow where the money is. We know who's investing what. So, to me, as an investor, I'm trying to figure out, I might want to buy some Foxconn or some, because Foxconn, I believe, owns Sharp. And Sharp is a company that's making the LCDs for Nintendo. So if that is true, then you kind of want to, I might want to buy some Foxconn stock because I know their stock prices are going to rise because eventually, when you make it $26 million of anything, you're going to get paid for it. And so that's going to make them some money. So that's definitely something I wonder. Let's see. CMG says, I just wonder what kind of LCD screen is the Switch 2 going to have to use. You know what? Listen, to be honest, if they make an LCD screen, the Rogue Alley's screen was great, and the Legion Gold screen is great. If I had either one of those screens, I'm on board with that. The first Steam Deck screen was, but if they use the LCD they use in the Legion Go, that's to me is great. As long as it's durable. So Fire Emblem is a tactical. It needs to stay tactical. A tactical RPG you may like is yeah, I looked at that. I looked at the video for all right, I might check that out. I always used to look at it when it came out. I think it might have came back out for the Switch. All right, but Sonic Nuggetell says, if it wasn't for seeing a category on the Switch, Sonic and the Fallen Star, I would have known of the game. Then a friend told me of a coming sequel. But other than that, I don't know much. 35 hours is cool, but Grid Tactic isn't accounting for your standards of 75 hours looting and exploring. He's not. The original Steam Deck screen was it was just like but the OLED, that OLED is special. All right, so 8 inches, man. That's what to me that's a mystery. I just want to see how that comes out. Matter of fact, hold on. Okay, so if we reference, yeah, that's right. It's a war game. It's a JRPG. Tanks. Yep. All right. So I wonder how much it costs. But okay, so listen. All right. So this is the Portal, right? 8 inches. It could be depending. I don't know, man. Listen. So you think about it, it'll be a little bit smaller than this. This Lenovo Go must be bigger than 8 inches. So yeah, so looking at it, I mean, I think this is 8 inches, isn't it? Okay, this screen is a little bit bigger. Yeah, this got to be 8 inches. So this is 8 inches, ain't bad. The bad part about it, man, I like the feel of this Portal. I mean, I just my issue is the connection issues, the things you got to change. Like I hate the fact that I got to change my settings on my PS5 just so I can play it properly on here. I don't like that. Yeah, matter of fact, now I'm glad I thought about it. I need to go back and switch it. But to me, that's the mystery. Don't it? Yeah, I forgot. I think it is bigger than 8 inches. Let's see. Let's see. Uh-oh. Real quick, good people, look at this. Look at the screen. Make sure that I got you on the board. Let me see. D1 is on there. Grid Tactics is on there. I already got 14 people on the wheel. Let's see. Uh-oh, I don't want to do that. Boom. 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 All right, let's see. How big is the Sony Pro? All right, let's see. Okay, so the Sony PlayStation portable screen is this. So this is true 8 inches. So the Lenovo Go is way bigger than that. But I would say that the games look really good. The screen look really. This was a. If they come out with this same screen, this is. I mean, the screen on this is pretty good. I will say that. No one to complain if we got this LCD screen on a new Switch. Now, no one would complain. The quality of the screen and the graphics is great. There's no reason to complain at all. So I don't know why people are complaining. I mean, yeah, true. We want the OLED. We'll eventually get an OLED model. It just won't be nothing to write home about it. All right, let's see. All right, let's look at the UK market. Let's see. All right, so look at the top 10. Has anybody played even the demo of Tekken 8? Because the demo is good, man. But I definitely would like a. I'm definitely gonna pick up the version on the Steam Deck. But Tekken 8 is number 1. Like a Dragon. I heard that game reviewed very well. It's at number 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. God almighty, still at number 3 on the UK. They know they like some combat. EA Sports FC 24. Man, God almighty. I like the breakdown. They said 54% of the people that bought it over there buys it on the PS5. 24% on PS4. Only 13% on the Switch. I see why though. Xbox Series at 8%. Super Mario Brothers Wonder is number 5. Mario Kart 8, God almighty, was number 10 last week. Jumped all the way up to 6. It must be a sale or something. Hard Work Legacy. God, listen. I like this here. They had a breakdown of sales over in the UK. Now it's been out on everything else besides the Switch. It sold 54% on the Switch, 25% on PS5, 10% on PS4, 6% on Xbox Series S. Man, 54%. I wonder if those totals they have next to it is that a lifetime sale breakdown or is just for this particular week. Either way, I mean that's still a lot to be on the Switch. I mean, listen, and it looks pretty good on the Switch, but it doesn't look. It looks way better on the Steam Deck though. It does. Mortal Kombat 1 is at number 8. Grand Theft Auto 5 is at number 9. God dang. Grand Theft Auto 5. Good Lord. Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. Super good game. I'm surprised that 47% bought it on the PS5 instead of the Switch. But neither way, that's still a good game. Uh, Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered, new features and improvements. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think it might be like, this is one of them games like, I'm going to wait. I had too much in my backlog to pick this up. I might pick this up. I don't know if it's even physical. I think it's going to be all digital. Because it was announced and celebrated the long-running franchise. The development is being handled by Aspire, which launched Tomb Raider 2 on the Mac. Blah blah blah. Ability to switch. You switch the visuals. Okay, good. The game includes the collection. I just want to make sure. I probably need to go. Launches on the Nintendo Switch Family System February 14th. I probably need to go pre-order this thing. I hope all 3 games is on the cartridge. If so, then I'll go pre-order it. Cause I used to like Tomb Raider back on the PlayStation. I just wonder how it runs. What's up, Dave? It says what is it? Gaming Dad looting and exploring in opening and game wrapping, then putting it back on the shelf. See, that's funny. Listen, I don't. That's funny. That's it should have me a whole video of that. Like, oh, I like it. Put it back on the shelf. Nice to have. Oh, so it's 10.95 inches. Okay, that must be the Lenovo. Portal not being a true handheld is the only reason it's applaudable. It's missing a lot of components. Yeah, if that, but like low key, if that was like a true PS5 handheld, and they would sell that bad boy for $5.99, I would definitely buy it. Then it'd be worth it. It's like, oh, but it's worth it. I can play my PS5 games on the go. You got me. Win-win. Hello, I just got out of work and saw you were streaming. Yes, sir. Let me get you on the board, Dave. Boom. Dave Dub. All right, gotcha. All right, let me get this. Tomb Raider got the new Jiggle update. That's funny. Laura Carver Smash would have been dope. To me, listen, if Nintendo wanted to make some more money, man, they'll just rebrand. They'll put all the DLC onto the same cartridge. Give it some updated visuals, do something else to it, and launch a new Fighter's Pass, and then resell it. People will buy it. I hate to say it. Is it a ripoff? Yes, but they will rebuy it on a new Switch. And you add some more characters? Yep. Because the game is already, pretty good as it stands. I mean, I don't know how they improve it. This is only hurting your Switch 2 argument. If 50% of the sales on Prince of Persia are on Switch, having 2 or 3 5+ million games this year opposed to Switch 2 won't hurt share prices. It will, because it's not always fixed upon money. It also is. Anything with any company is also fixed upon brand popularity. Like, you could be making money, but if the brand is not very popular, that also goes inside of brand longevity. So when people invest, they invest to say, hey, you know what do we have that is outselling? You know what? So for instance, if a new handheld was to come out, and Nintendo doesn't have a new handheld, but some of these same games come out on that new handheld, You know what? You go to question it. I look at myself now as a consumer. I be like, I know this game, like Hard Work Legacy. I could have definitely well bought it on the Switch. I said, I'm gonna buy it on my Steam Deck. You know, when there's other options out there, you still have to be competitive, or because people, when they invest, they look at, like, we don't look at what's going on. We don't look at the right now. We look at, like, okay, what is this going to look like, at years from now? Am I don't have to lose money today for you to make that money back up come next year? People, when they invest, they like steady flow. They don't like drop offs. And best believe that's why these investors ask these questions, like, hey, when is this coming out? Because they don't want the drop off. Was that the game over? I never played it. We talking about the Smash? How was Switch not? I'm assuming you say not popular or no popular. If the majority of the sales of Prince of Persia was on Switch, yes. Listen, I'm not arguing that point. The point I'm arguing is, as an investor, at the end of the day, Nintendo, yeah, they're making money, but it's people that invest into that company that makes Nintendo be able to do the things that Nintendo wants to do. And investors know that, hey, the main engine in Nintendo's cog is not software, it's the hardware. It's the hardware in which their key IP runs on that. And so if you look at Prince of Persia, it's a third-party game. But when it comes to Nintendo, it's what is pushing their software. And so it's a marriage. It's not something that's easy. It's not something that's separated. It's a marriage between the two. Like, people wanted to buy Nintendo. Nintendo had a unique system, and they had unique software that was married to that system. So you look at it like this here, like, yeah, they're going to still make money, but investors look at, hey, we know that this system is not going to be able to survive the onslaught of new systems coming up. And so as that happens, you give people more options to play these games. You know what? They want to be able to play games that, like, why is Nintendo fighting hard to create a new system so they can be in parity, if not close to, the other competitors, so people and developers can have a choice and have a smooth transition process. It's hard. Like, people don't want to make games for Switch. Why is that? Because it's hard. It's hard to compete. So the newer games are not coming to this hardware. That's been like that for years. So yeah, they need a new system to be able to keep up. You're not gonna be able to keep up with you're not gonna be able to survive a whole another year and keep up without having a new system coming out ready and be able to match some of the new games that's coming. What? Callisto Protocol was $17.99 on Steam. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's a dilemma. Now, I bought it for the PS5 for my son. I bought it for my son, so I don't want to go in there and hijack him. Oh, real quick, good people. Let's look at the. You have not voted yet. Get your vote on. But how many Nintendo Switch 2 systems will be sold in 2024? Currently, there's a two-heap tie. 32% says 2 to 5 million. The other 32% says 5 to 10 million. So we took that balance. We could say, really, okay, 7.5 million. So it's still, I think that's right around the sweet spot. 24% says 10 to 15 million, while 12% says 15 plus million. If Nintendo can make 15 million units, I think they'll sell them all this year. Hands down, especially if that thing launches in like October. It's September. Oh, if it launches in September, this is a no-brainer. It's 15 plus million. But if it's late October, then I would say 10 to 15 million. 5 to 10 million is a safe bet, but I believe 10 to 15 million is going to be where they end the year, and which would be great for Nintendo in that short amount of time. But if they got a good marketing piece, great games to go with it. Said no system no systems are coming up. Sony and Microsoft will be stupid releasing new consoles. They're not releasing new consoles this year. They're releasing revisions. I tell you what, I believe there will be a PlayStation Pro either this year or early next year. There are already revisions. That leak has already been out. They already got revisions planned, structured, and ready to go. The Series S is being rebranded. It's gonna be an all digital experience, and it looked like a tube. I need to find those pictures, but yeah, that's out there. Didn't Switch sell 20 million, or was that the sales of the game? You talking about systems this year? I think they are approaching that 20 million systems this fiscal year. I think they had originally scheduled for like 15. And what are you going to play on that Pro? Sony has no games. Listen, hey, you're right. They don't have no games as we know of right now. The true test is going to be where they have games that are cross generation, cross platform. That's when the decision has to be made. That's why it's so imperative that at Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, they all have exclusives. So when people look at their system, they say, okay, there's a clear difference. But when I have a game that's on multiple platforms, I got a choice. I can okay, I can do brand loyalty, or I can say what system is going to allow me to have the best experience. That's why it was easy for me to say, okay, let me get Hardware Legacy on my Steam Deck because it looked better and I'm gonna get a better experience, and I was right. Naughty Dog hasn't made a new game in 4 years. Sony releasing a Pro would be as pointless as PSVR. Yeah, you know what? The only way the Pro makes sense if they have hardware that shows there's a clear reason to buy a Pro. If they release a Pro and they say, listen, hey, this is Final Fantasy running on PS5, this is Final Fantasy running on the Pro. If I could take my same cartridge and I put it into the Pro and I get 60 frames per second locked, well then that's something to think about, because that's I mean it don't bother me on the PS5 the issues with the frame rate, but if I can get a better experience, that to me that's how you sell people on a Pro. It's the better experience. And all you need is a game or two. All you need is a game or two to say, hey, this game right here is gonna be pushed to a whole different level, on here. So they got some work to do. I mean, I'm not saying it's a clear cut, I'm gonna buy it out the back, but competition. I mean, technology is constantly evolving. He said, PS5 Pro Jiggle Factor. You want that GT? He said, "Bit had that on PC." Man, y'all are funny, man. Funny. All right, let's see. Bit had it on PC. Microsoft plans to publish more games on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. I mean, I think overall, financially, this is great for Xbox. I don't know how good it is for their brand. That's going to be the difference, man. I know we talked about this a little bit earlier, but I just don't know how this fans out for Xbox. And I don't know if it's like, hey, you know what? We've been so used to, Xbox having hardware to see that particular part of the division go away. I know we've seen it go away with Sega and their hardware. I don't know how they survive. You know what? I don't know, man. This is gonna be interesting. I mean, Halo on PlayStation was seen crazy, but you know what? Financially, it's smart. It's smart. It's smart. I'm telling you, listen, I'm always gonna say, man, hey, man, if you want to go get an old port, man, you put Halo 1 on the Switch. You make it 60 frames per second, and you release that bad boy this year before the Switch 2, and it will sell. Boy, that thing will sell. So but you didn't have the haptics though. Pull the right trigger to get the same rumble feature you get when you squeeze. Man, oh man, boy, oh boy. Oh. Oh. I can't do it. Y'all too funny, man. Too funny. Oh man, right. I'm dying laughing. That is funny. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, this could be a good thing. It's a good thing if you're a Sony or Nintendo fan. If you're Xbox, man, you gotta be like, oh. If you're an Xbox fan like that, you gotta feel like I feel about my Detroit Lions. Like, oh my goodness. But I don't know. This could work out for them. I mean, I think the move to have, if the move is for real, to have Game Pass, like, come bundled in as an app on your TV. All you gotta do is buy a controller. I mean, and they're supposed to be and they're releasing new controllers this year with a different Wi-Fi chip in there to allow that to be zero latency. I mean, that's a smart move. That's a smart move, man. But once again, it's like, oh man, I don't know. That's gonna be tricky. Cause then you gotta buy into Game Pass, and then once you locked into Game Pass, if you want to play their games, if they want to raise their prices, you just want to suck it up and eat it. It's like Netflix. Like, what? I like watching stuff on Netflix, and then they raise the price. Like, oh man, I like watching these series. Avatar getting ready to come out. Oh, what do I do? You keep paying for it, right? What do we do, good people? What do we do? So, I would love to see Halo on Nintendo. I think it would be great. All right. Let's see. 8% of game developers say they are making games on Switch successor at GDC survey. That's a lot, man. I think they said out of all the developers, 8% end up being like 250, something right around there. I mean, that's a lot of games. The key is, what, man, are these games quality, man? I hope this next system, man, they got somebody that's manning the helm to say, you know what, man, you just can't just put any game on the system, because if this is trash, we don't want it on here. I hope they do that. Xbox is becoming generic. Eventually PlayStation will become the same, but Xbox is becoming generic at a warp speed. Yeah, we pirate. We pirate. You right, man. Yeah, listen. You're absolutely. It's just a box now. Nothing that really sets it. I mean, even though they got a couple of things I do like about the Xbox, but I probably need to cut it on one day and update it, because it probably hasn't been updated since 2022. No, I updated it last year, but still, I don't play a lot on there. He said Logitech is about to drop a better system than Xbox. Man, listen, to me, Microsoft, they should have bought one of the small companies that's already making it. They should have bought a Logitech. And all they do is build the OS. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to do with the hardware aspect of it. I don't know, buddy. All right, so I'm trying to think. So Hayden, whoever this guy is, to play Shadow in Sonic Movie 3. Who is this guy? Let's see if they show a picture of him on the article. I don't even know who. Do you might know who Hayden Christian is? Let's see. He said, I play my Xbox every day, but it's simply a box that gets me the easiest access to all the games that Game Pass has to offer. Right. I agree. I wish, but see, I wish they had a handheld that did the same thing. Just like boom. That's why I like the Steam Deck. Like, all right, well, the Lenovo Go, experience was better than Oh, okay, that's who he is. Anakin. Okay, all right, now I know exactly who he is. He's a, yeah, okay, all right, I like that. Maybe Microsoft will buy. Yeah, they to me, if just imagine that system was to come out and it's Xbox branded, it would sell. So Anakin Skywalker to play Shadow in Sonic Movie 3. All right, that would be dope. And yeah, and Neo, that's it. Uh-oh. Boom, 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 boom. U.S. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom best-selling Switch game of 2023. Hogwarts Legacy best-selling game of 2023. This must be in the U.S. Let's see if they got a. Oh, they don't got a list. Boo-hoo. So this is the first year since 2008 that a non-Call of Duty or Rockstar game developed title became the bestseller. So that's quite an achievement. All right. Right. That says a lot about Call of Duty. Hey man, Hogwarts Legacy, man, that's a pretty good game. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'll talk about that. I want to look at the Switch mockups. I want to look at that. Princess Peach Showtime has been rated for a Nintendo Switch. It has a 10 plus rating. 10 plus. This one again is like, man, listen, it would have to review extremely well for me to say, all right, I want to buy it. It's got to review extremely well. How does Hogwarts Legacy beat out? It's strictly because it's Harry Potter. And when you play it, man, if you ever watched the Harry Potter movies, or even read the books, the game plays like, the music is it's good. Especially if you like Harry Potter, it's good, man. I can't hate on it. I still have one coupon to redeem on the Switch. I need Nintendo to add more games to the coupon system because I don't want Pikmin 4 or Princess Peach. Yeah, this one of them games, man. I gotta see some more of it. It's got to review very well for I to be like, I'm gonna jump on this here. Oh man, it's almost 11 o'clock. All right, good people, listen. You know what? Let this be the last story. This is kind of late. I usually don't jump on this late. But you know what? It's been a minute, so I talked to my people. Guerrilla Tactics, Happy New Year, man. It's my first time, I think, communicating with you this year. And good people, listen, we are at wheel time. You know how we do. I'm going to make it quick, fast, in a hurry. It's 11 o'clock. I got to eat some din-din. And then I got to get ready for school. Got to get ready for school. All right, good people, you know how we do. Get hit to my sound effects. If you lose, you hit my boy, Peter Griff. And your boy Gaming Dad is on the board. And I think if I win tonight, who would I give it to? I'm giving it to Captain C. If I win tonight, Captain C will get my winnings. So without any further ado, let's get it into it. Who's the first one to get up out of here tonight? Going old school first. Old school. Hey, look at it. It's your boy. Oh, it's Geeky Chick. I'm sorry, Geeky. Dang, Geeky was the first to bite the dust. We'll keep it rolling. Down to 14. Who's up next to catch all the flex? And it will be Good attackers.
You lose.
He's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. We keep it rolling and scrolling. We're down to 13. And it will be. Woo, Basil YT. Gato body. Golly. Man, you can't be that, man. It's too funny. Too funny, man. Is it D what? You're out of here, loser. All right, we get the sheep in there for you. All right, Basil YT is out there. We're down to 12. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Dave, West Side. But you out of here, my brother. Boy, never gets old. Hey, Guerrilla Tactics, man. Listen, real quick, man. We're in the chat, man. What did you think about that 3DS 510 in one cartridge? Was it worth your dollars, or was it whack? I'd like to hear your opinion on it before we get off. All right, get people down to 11. And who will be next to catch the flex? Cool Breezy is taking it easy. For Sheezy. Cool Breeze is out the board, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 10 for the win. Who's up next to catch all the flex? And it will be, ooh, it's close. Captain C.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
You get nothing.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Captain C is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But he's on the board again because your boy Gaming Dad, if I win tonight, I give it to Captain C, and I'm still on the board. All right, let's keep it going and flowing. Who's up next to be our winner tonight? Yes, you know how we do, ladies and gentlemen. Our winner tonight will be CMG is our winner tonight, but you know how we do.
Psych.
Better luck next time. Slugheads.
CMG is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 8. Who's up next for the date? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got left. Did anyone get back with you on the physical items from the Christmas stream? Yes, quite a few people. As a matter of fact, I need to get those sent out. I'm looking at them right now, all wrapped up, and I have not been to the post office. But yeah, quite a few people did. Some didn't, though. I got some physical items that did not. GT said, it was worth my money, but I don't know for you. The good news is that you can load your own ROMs on it, and it works the same way. I can link to you to a site to download. Man, do that. Do that. I will appreciate you and all that you do. CMG, yes, my brother, you are out of here. A lot of Pokemon games, JRPG games, physical right games, and Professor Layton. But they worked well. Because I haven't put it in my system yet. All right, good people. We're down to 8. Let's see who is our second loser of the night. It will be Quake 311.
You lose.
Is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 7. The number of completion, ladies and gentlemen. We'll keep it rolling and scrolling. Who's up next to catch all this flex? And Dub City, man. No suit for you.
Very good. Very good. You know something? No good for you. Come back 1 year. Next.
Oh, come back 1 year. Next. Number 6 in the mix. That's how many is left on the scene. Who's left? Steve M is like our next one out of here today. He's close though. Is the 500 better than the MGI Switch? No, that's a good. That's a good question. He said bonus no show, y'all. Oh man, it's funny. So yeah, they worked. I haven't tested all the rounds, but the games I've played have worked. Okay, excelente. That's all I need. That's all I needed to know. All I needed to know. All right, down to 5. Who is left to be alive? Sonic Mockingjay is ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final four, and it is your boy Newcomer 112 is still on the board, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mute Gaming. He's still on the board. Your boy Gaming Dad is still on the board. D1 with the new place, playing 750 plus lights. It's on the board, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what I do? It can only be one winner. You can't tell me you didn't like this music. Man, that's classic, man. Classic. You can leave that on and go to sleep. You wake up and be like, the Wii's on. You said it's only rigged when you win. All right, good people, listen. What I got to get down to one. I think the next person. Let's see. All right. Let's get the wheel going. The next person.
Home isn't set up yet.
I know Google. You're not set up.
Download the Google Home app.
Uh-oh. Look like your boy Gaming Dad about to get the exit left. Oh, Gaming Dad is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Exit left. God almighty, that's loud. Let me cut that down. All right, we're down to our final three. Who's left to see? And it will be Newcomer 112 is out of here. Hey, low key, man. 112, the R&B group, man, that first album was a classic, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, down to our final two. We got Mute Gaming in the final. Also with D1, you know how we do. But it can only be one left. If you have not voted yet, get your vote on right now. Listen, hey, how many Nintendo Switch 2 will they sell before the end of 2024? 35% says between 2 and 5 million. That's the lead right now. 31% says 5 to 10 million. 23% says 10 to 15 million. And 12% for 15 plus million. Lee posting on Discord, my brother. Appreciate you, all that you do. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Nick Cannon is back on the scene after getting that vacay. Nick, hit him with the drums, please. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner tonight. Yeah, Pistons and Cream was that dope. Mute Gaming is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight's winner will be D1. Kids, give it up for him. D1, man, holla at your boy, man. Listen, if you're not on Discord, man, follow me on Discord. Send me that message, and I'll get it out there to you. He said, nah, only you remix. Oh, man. Yeah, only you remix, boy. Yeah, but that whole first album, though, man, boy. When I was in college, those were the days, I tell you. Those were the days. Good thoughts. All right, good people. Listen, man. Hey, so give it to Mute. I sure will, man. I sure will. He probably would definitely like that. Pizza. Go make some crazy bread. Hey, D1. It says still no gift. D1, I responded to you on Discord. I asked you because they didn't have no $10 gift card. So I said, hey, matter of fact, D1, if you want to combine them together, that'll be I can send you the 20. Cause they got 20 gift cards, they didn't have no 10s. So you want to renege back on giving it to Mute, and then I'll just send you the 20. That I can do. Just let me know before we go out the stream. But man, go make some crazy bread. Beesh. That's so funny. Oh man. That's so funny. Pizza. Now listen, I remember, man, you clowned me for for cracking jokes on my kids. They called me a bully. I love it because you know what? I love when my kids get they get that love. That's so funny. Go make some crazy bread. That's so funny. Woo. But yeah, listen, just let me know. Say, no, give it to me. I'm cool. Okay. All right, I can do that. But yeah, man, I sent you a message on Discord, man, because I was like, listen, hey, at least what's your cash app? I was just gonna cash app you $10 for it. So if you respond to that message on Facebook, man, just let me know your cash app, then I'll just send you the $10 for it. That piece of dough is gonna be extra salty tomorrow for all those tears of D1 going back on the mute. Oh man. So GT, man, I know are you gonna be able to, are you coming back to are you gonna be able to be back on the stream? I knew for a minute you said you weren't gonna be on the stream. I didn't know how long that was gonna be. Cause of course, you man, I enjoy you when you're on the stream, man. It's good times. D1, my brother for another mother. Good people, man. Listen, let me go ahead and end this stream, man. It's about 11:14, kind of late. Some people gotta go to bed. I get it. But man, listen, wonderful stream, man. I enjoyed you guys immensely. I just prayed. I like to pray for the end of the stream, man. And I'm gonna say a little small prayer, man. My son's grandfather, man, is in the hospital right now, and he had a blood clot which led to a stroke. He's still with us, but you know what? His interactions is really, really small, and my son is, he ain't the tough guy like me. He's going through some things. It's hard. Death is never easy for him. So, but to see his grandfather like that, I know he's struggling with that. But I just want to take a time just to pray for him, and I pray for everybody that's on the stream, and I'll get to the last bit of comments after my prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank and we praise you, Lord, even though we are on this stream tonight and we are talking about video games, Lord. This is all possible because of you and what you allow to happen in our lives. And I thank you, Lord, that you have blessed me, Lord, to be able to speak your name in a positive light in front of people that I've never met before. And I pray, Lord, that people hear this, Lord, and they want to come and live their life for you. I'm so grateful that I have dedicated my life to you, and I'm so grateful that I'm willing to share the good news with other people. And I pray, Lord, that people that are watching right now, that are listening right now, understand, Lord, that you love them, that you care about them, and that you want a relationship with them. I just pray that their hearts are convicted and that they move in that direction to find out more about you and learn how positive and how great it is to live their life for you. I thank you right now, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless those who are watching right now. I pray, Lord, you bless them spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I pray, Lord, that you deliver them from evil and keep all evildoers away from them. I pray that you bless their comings and going and bless them throughout this week. I pray, Lord, that you bless them with positive people that encompass their livelihoods, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you just bless their health right now, Lord, and bless them to have a great week. We thank you, Lord, and we honor you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Good people, man. This is your boy Gave Me That, man. I thank y'all for hanging out with me. I know it's kind of late, but I enjoyed it immensely. And I'm going to get to these last couple comments. D1 said, I saw the no Steam gift card. Let it be. No, I went to go buy a Steam gift card. I went to Walmart. I went to Target. And I went to GameStop. Then they had the $10 ones. So I said, hey, I'm saying it right now. If you respond to my message on Discord, I will send you $10 via Cash App. I have no problem with doing that. I made sure. That's why I made sure to respond to you. All right. Let's see. Said, not sure if February is busy for work, but I'll pop in when I'm free. All right, my brother. That's good. Even if I'm not around when y'all want to do the Let's Jazz, just do it. The stream is for the community. I can always catch the replay. Gotcha. Gaming Dad gotta do a Zoom stream with us one time for 2 hours. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That will be absolutely dope. Matter of fact, we could do it. We could do one on Discord. That'll be great. That'll be great to see y'all faces, things of that nature. That'd be great. I'll be about that. That's right, man. Amen. Amen. All right. So I appreciate the effort. Hey, man, I sure will, man. But listen, I at least want to be able to, cause I like to make sure people get, what I say I'm gonna get them, But I hear you, I feel you. Good people, listen, man. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Thank y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful week. But you know how I do. Got to get it in when I fit in. What am I tired? There we go. In the immortal words of my boy Don Cornelius from Soul Train. Peace, love, and soul, good people. Have a great week. I love y'all. Peace.